Oh, yeah. It's time to talk. Time for the late night boxing talks. Yo, man, what's happening in Cali is scary, man. I feel bad for all them people. I know a lot of them are more well off than we are, that they have more money than most of us do, and that a good number of them will be able to rebuild, if nothing else, not rebuild, but relocate. But it's still sad because there's nothing they could do. Like, you got to have empathy for people at the end of the day. Now is not the time for envy. A lot of them people is losing their homes, and that's messed up. I feel bad for them. How did it get to this point, though, is crazy, man, because California wildfires, just the nature of all of that that's going on over there, that's stuff that they know about. That there's a certain time of year where stuff is going to start to go up. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain time of year that's going to happen when the brush in the forests is really dry in combination with the winds, and when the embers catch and are then carried by those winds. It's sad, man. I feel bad for a lot of those people, but there's not a lot that can be done. There's just even if the infrastructure were where it needed to be. I mean, how preventable? You would have to ask a Californian, to be honest, how preventable any of that was, and how much of it do you attribute to a lack of infrastructure and preparation, and how much of it is just an act of God, because it's going to happen. Those fires they catch over there, that bit of it, it's going to happen. Now, some are pointing to more nefarious circumstances. Some people are saying that, well, those fires were set. I see those people, but you can't just latch on to any conspiracy as soon as it comes out. There is just some shit you can't. I mean, do you feel that way, right? Oh, that because I see a lot of people in California. I see a lot of people, a lot of well-to-do celebrities with money, and they're blaming Karen Bass. They're blaming Gavin Newsom, who I see blamed for any number of problems that the state of California faces all the time. This is really just the latest one. Nosferatu. Shamanin? Some dude over at BDA was arguing with me about how better Cali is than Texas, bro. Texas is it, bro. Everything is bigger in Texas.
Jules, the problem is that Newsom and a lot of those guys, those officials, they didn't do the prep work that could have prevented these fires, and that's why people are blaming them because they
No,
didn't
no, yeah, that's what I see people saying that they could have, that the hydrants don't have water. That's one of the more prevalent things that I heard people saying, that the fire hydrants don't have water because they were not fortified, even though they could have been, or that they could have had controlled burns to prevent something like this from
Well, they
happening. Because
also reduced funds to the fire department. They took away a bunch of funds from the fire department as
I
well.
heard that too. I heard
Yeah.
that too. About
So I
17
mean,
million.
this is all, these fires are a result of bad policies and bad leadership in California. And Newsom complaining about Trump politicizing, but he turned around, he did the same thing before himself.
Well,
So
the
it's like,
thing is that
come
how
on, man.
no, I mean with this with what's going on, like saying that, oh, they're politicizing it, bro. They're assigning blame. That's what they're doing. Forget politics. They're assigning the blame where the blame belongs, because you guys are the ones in charge with the preparedness of the state for these kinds of situations. Let's go to Ray in Colorado. Ray, you say that some things just can't be prepared for. So you don't think that this could have been prevented?
I don't know. I've been hearing about like the reason why I said that I'm not in California like country. I'll say that first of all. So if he has more knowledge about the policies and stuff going on there, I cannot disagree. But I don't know. I've heard these guys have had like fires like this for a while, and it's not even like the first time or the second or third. Like it's almost around. It's almost. I wouldn't say it's like clockwork because I've heard this one's been pretty horrible, but I'll hear like this occasionally every once in a while for California. It's not something new, so I don't really see where I would just like discern blame to somebody specifically. Like it's some, or unless guy has been around for this long, it seems like a problem you guys have had for a while.
No, no, the burns. I mean that there are going to be wildfires, because you're right about that. That wildfires happen periodically in a given calendar year. Unless country can correct me, there's a certain time of year where this is going to happen, right, country?
Yeah, yeah, there is, and because it happens that these fires happen a lot. and there's certain things that they can do to prevent them from happening, and they've been lax on that. The other thing too is they let a lot of water get out of the state because of some smelt that's allegedly endangered. Well, and they let it flow out to the ocean. I'm sorry, do what you can to like help the smelt, but fuck that. Save that
No, I mean,
water.
look, no,
Put it
let's
in the
just cut.
forest. I
Let's
mean,
just cut the shit. If it's us or the smelt, fuck the smelt. I don't give a shit. If it's
yeah.
us or the smelt, then fuck the fucking smelt. That's called survival. You fuck.
Right.
You know.
I'm from Cali as well, and I can tell you that the fire is yearly, especially Southern California, where I grew up, where I lived on Southern California. The only difference is that now, for me, what I think it's a bigger deal is that it's in LA, like where you actually see it from the skyscrapers of
Yeah.
LA,
Wow.
hitting
It's
the
in the
Hollywood
Burbank
sign and all.
area. It's in the
Yes,
Burbank area.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why, in a way, people are stretching it out that it's like a bigger deal. I'm like, no, we always get fire every fucking summer. There's fires. It's just that it always hits regular people's homes, so in a way, nobody cares. But now because we're hitting the Hollywood homes, Harrison Ford's house, freaking Chris Pratt's house, and all that, they're making a bigger deal, bigger and bigger. And the
Pero Rala
water,
también, Rala, el lío es que if it's gotten to the point to where even celebrities are not immune, ¿me entiende? Que,
yeah,
okay, this is out of control porque la casa de este tipo, la casa de esta tipa, that these are people that have money and, not to say that their money makes their cases any more special, but the fact that they do, right? That, yeah, these are
yeah.
people that have money. So if even their houses went up, this is out of control,
It is, and the water thing about them not having enough water is that they basically do have enough water, just not to that scale of a fire, and that's why they ran out of water because the fire got out of control because of the winds that happened. That technically we don't get that high winds in early January. We get them during the summer as well. We get high winds, the Santa Ana winds, and all that. That's why it became such a big deal. Like for instance. Central California right now, where I'm at right now, there's a lot of deportations going on. Border Patrol's going crazy and all that, and they want us to worry about LA fires. And like, we have to worry about La Migra over here. Fucking people are just going out to the fields and picking up people and shit. And this is literally happening since Monday. I'm like, I'm more worried about that shit than I'm fucking those fires that don't affect me. But basically, TikTok, social media, and all that, the news are making the fires a lot more bigger because it is a bigger thing. People are dying or animals are dying, et cetera, et cetera. But I have to worry about my own kind over here of people getting deported, telling them, hey, don't go to this street. Hey, don't go over here because there's deportation centers and shit like that.
But is this like I guess what I would say is from the outside looking in is that I guess what separates this from other because it's true like I'm 42 years old. I've heard about California wildfires since I was a little kid. I had a
Mhm.
National Geographic book that it happens periodically throughout the year and they know it's going to happen. You understand
Yep.
like they be knowing it's going to happen. It's just I guess what has people angry is the lack of preparedness over something that is going to happen. Like
Yep.
that there's a certain time of year this shit is going to go
Well,
down. So
again, they're still letting a lot of water flow to the ocean that they could be collecting, and it could be combating. I mean, they could have been watering the forest and keeping a lot of that shit down and keeping the grass from going dry and all that shit, and it would have helped prevent a lot of the fires from happening, or they wouldn't be as widespread as they are.
A
You know,
lot
well,
of
and
water.
the, one of the alarming things I want to say this before I pass it to Jason. I heard that Adam Carolla, and he's a comedian, so he could be joking, but there's always a little bit of truth in the joke that when all of this is said and done, those people are not going to get the chance to rebuild the Palisades. Like it's a wrap. Like it's a wrap for that. Like it's totaled, it's destroyed. But after all this is over, all those celebrities and all just the people that lived in the Palisades, they're not even going to get the chance to move back there. That's what I heard. I don't know what the probability of that is, but that's a blow. That's a big blow because that's a part of the people that keep California, the money flowing through it. Is like, yeah, a lot of them people got a lot of money. If a lot of them people can't go back, that's a lot of money California not going to have, basically.
Yeah. Well, they're going to learn the hard way. I mean, they're already learning the hard way now. People are leaving California. Businesses are leaving California. A lot of the major cities are getting fucked up or destroyed.
Well, for the people that actually live in California, I don't know if this is a myth. I don't know. But I heard that the Santa Ana winds actually make people more horny. Is that true?
What the fuck?
Oh,
I heard
man.
that.
Well, you know what,
How?
Well,
Jules,
I
they do
didn't
have a
experience-
thriving porn industry, so you might be right.
I literally heard that. Like, I first heard about the Santa Ana winds on Baywatch. And,
Well-
and people were getting horny in that episode.
Jules, if they do, I got gypped. Because
So
I didn't
look.
experience that shit, man, and I was in this damn winds before.
That's feast off
so
now. Ain't
look-
getting my day card.
Jayo Pataya, he demolished. Like, I knew, like, that's why I didn't spend a lot of time on it. It's gonna be the Jordan I figured it's gonna be the
Yeah.
Jordan Thompson fight all over again. Now, yeah, the guy's big for the weight, but he don't got no experience.
Yeah,
What? Let me go to Virtuoso. I see a push from some people that are saying that it's about time that Jai fight somebody a little bit more serious. What do you say to those people?
I mean, it really depends on his contemporaries, who his opponents are. Are they receptive to doing that? Are they interested in fighting him as he is in fighting them? So again, it really depends on the business aspect of it. Are you willing to sit down with Eddie Hearn? Is Oscar's gonna stop playing around with his clapback Thursday shit and actually get on the negotiating table, to make these fights?
That's a fair point.
That fight
because-
between Zerto and Opataya, it's just got more scintillating, After bidding that 12-0 David Nika, shout out to him, but I only saw a few fights that told me that really not much of anything. Sorry, but this is a fight to make right now. It's shit is serious
he banged
now.
him out. He banged him
Yeah.
out. He banged him out. Let me go to Brim. Brim, do you think Zerto's gonna fight him? Because I mean, there's a legitimate argument that Zerto brings some things to the table that perhaps Jai hasn't had to deal with. Because outside of the Mayris Breedis fight, that was really the most experienced guy that he fought was Mayris Breedis. And it's a great scalp too, but that's really it. Like these other guys like Elizoro, Jordan Thompson, David Naika, them dudes, and nothing against them, but them dudes is them dudes. Do you feel that Zerto will fight this guy?
Let me sigh real quick. I said to myself when I posted Zerto versus John, that's pound for pound fight. Whoever wins definitely on the pound for pound list, right?
I have Zerto on mine, by the way, for those that don't know.
Very
I have
fair to
Zerto
put
on mine.
Very fair to put him there too. He's earned it. Shout out to him. I think if it was up to Zerto, I think we would get that fight. But I can just take the page of the Ring IQ playbook because some people get on me for agreeing with you. I'm sorry, but the truth is the truth. Benavidez has his swerve tactics and point ready to go. Zerto is calm and ready to go. So if he beats Morell, we probably not gonna see him fight Bivol Benavidez. So I want to see Javers fight Zerto, but the way Oscar moves, I would bet it would be a Benavidez fight before we would get that unification fight. Just to be honest, but I would like it.
Ray, do you agree with that? Let me go to Ray. Do you think that we're gonna get Opataya versus Ramirez, or no? Or Zerto's gonna fight somebody else?
Doesn't he have a mandatory right now? By the way?
Well, yeah, but and that's settled. That
Even
he has the
besides that.
mandatory-
Okay.
Besides that, yeah,
So-
like after that.
Besides that, so here's the thing. At a certain point, if you have nothing else to do with the guy, you will have to make him fight for Jayo Pataya. It's just a bigger fight, and all the fights there's too many things at DAZN right now to not make that fight. Too much money involved. So I think that would be made. But if David were to beat Morell, I could see them going that way. I think Turki Al-Sheikh would be interested in making that fight, and Oscar could convince him or anybody else, hey, it's a Mexican and a Mexican American. They're both very crowd pleasing styles. It's a very fun fight to make. I think if David Benavidez wins, it's more predicated on him than anything else.
I think it sells, is what I and you guys know I don't fucking like David. But the fact of the matter is, a Mexican national versus a Mexican American, yes, that sells. Don't fucking tell me it sells, bro. No, I don't know about a million. No, I don't even know about 5. But I think they could do 3 or 4.
Are you talking about pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view?
Well, I wasn't. I wasn't talking about pay-per-view. I was
I
talking about
don't think it's
regular.
a pay per
Sorry.
view, Jules.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not
tripping.
even a paper. Wait, you're talking about
We
Giant
fight
Zerto's
Tú me
the
lo
pay
estás
per view.
diciéndome a mí, but I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. One, Samson is Samson, bro. Él quiere he wants everything to be on pay-per-view. Two, is it outside the realm of possibility? Asuka put Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia on pay-per-view, bro.
Oh, you
Yeah,
talking
but
about Benavidez
I
and
don't.
Zerto on pay per view?
I feel like that's different though.
Possibly, yeah.
I
You
I
know why I
mean-
don't feel it's different? David has basically been fighting on pay-per-view for the last 2 years, bro. Last year
He
and
don't sell shit.
well, last year, not 2
Wait.
years, last year and a half, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
He
what I'll
barely
counter
made
that
his
with.
pay-per-view.
I honestly think Giant Zerto is an eventuality. I think it may not happen
I
right
don't-
away, but I think it's going to happen.
It has
I
to.
think
and
that Ryan versus Devin is, yeah, I know people might feel it's controversial. I feel both of those guys are just way more well-known people in boxing to a casual audience than Zerto or Benavidez.
I
easily.
agree with Ryan, bro. I agree with you on Ryan because he has all the social media people and all the people who want to have sex with him, like the guys, because there's something weird going on there. But you also have to give David, and I don't fucking like David, but he does have that. All right, David is a bit more well known, no, not more, but as well known as Devin. We can say that.
Fuck no. I cannot
We
say
can
that.
say that.
No, he's not. No,
Nah,
no,
he
no,
isn't,
we
bro.
can't say that.
Not
I
after the
think
Ryan
you're-
say though,
Infamous now,
Mike
I can't say
Tyson,
that.
Mike Tyson, Mexican monster. Come on.
That
Mhm.
didn't. Okay, that
They
didn't
know
boost
him.
his stardom.
In Arizona.
Not really.
Not really.
Like,
No, Benavidez is
Listen-
known at this point now. His name
No,
does.
he's
That's what I'm
known, but
saying.
not
It's-
more than
Haney's
Devin.
situation made him infamous.
not
It's
on
not
The shit is look, Mike, say this. It's not like Devin was ever in a pay-per-view that sold a lot. He wasn't.
Devin
Yeah,
was
but it's the stuff
around.
outside of the
Devin
outside
had his
of that.
name
The whole
attached to
situation in
Devontae
the
and
fight.
Ryan as well too. Like,
Bro, fucking
I-
David has his name attached to Canelo.
There you go.
Yeah,
No, what
I do agree with you, Jules. I do agree with you that he is the same name relevance to Haney, especially in the West Coast with all the Latinos. Like a lot of Latinos do know David Benavidez. They might
So-
not like him, but they know him.
Right? Pero si tú le dices, and I'm just thinking that some things have a way of taking on a life of their own. Some things. And I look at that fight porque yo soy un fucking viejo, and I know that if you told the typical fan that watches boxing, especially a Latino, if you told them, especially the guys on the West Coast, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, all that cluster, if you told them, yo, David Benavidez versus Zerto Ramirez Saturday night, vamos a decir 60 pesos, they're buying it. Yes, they're buying it.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yeah,
buy
they
it.
will.
I
They will.
agree.
Buy it.
I don't know. I don't know if it's 300K though. I don't know if it's 300K, but I can say maybe 150. I don't know if it makes it to the 300K though. Zurdo does not have that name.
If this is 1999 pay-per-vio, it
No,
does.
Zurdo, no,
why are we
espera.
talking about a pay per view though? Why is it
Zurdo by
automatically have to get-
himself,
That's
Zurdo by
requirement.
himself does not have the value. Zurdo and David
Bro,
together,
they-
they have the value.
They may.
Exactly.
They may.
Nah.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one.
As long as you make it close to the border.
Then Arizona.
Yo,
I think it's not. I'm not talking crazy numbers. I'm not talking crazy numbers. But remember, you're talking about an environment where Zerto would have beaten Uniel Dorticos. He has to make it past him, and David would have had to make it past David Morell. And if he knocks him out, but whatever, because that's the scenario we're describing. If you talk about David Benavidez versus Zerto Ramirez, okay, David must have won and did his thing, I guess, if we're gonna go that far. So I think in a scenario like that, not 500,000, hell, maybe even not 4, but 253.
I don't know. This is looking
What if
as
it's
shaky as your
1999?
Wilder pay-per-view
No.
prediction. I'm not gonna lie.
But would
They
David
better
really
make
go?
that shit $40. That's a $40 pay per view.
But would David
Michael,
really
you
go to
acting like
cruiserweight?
No.
yes, I think he. Espera, clavo. Not for anybody. Not for the Kajayo Pataya. No, pero for Zerto. Yes.
Pero
because he's-
si no se peleó con él en 2017, ¿tú crees que lo va a hacer ahorita?
Sí, porque ahora tiene presión. You
Yeah.
either fight Zerto o tú tienes que pelear con este fucking animal. Esos animales en Artur Better Beef o Bevo?
No,
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 para
no,
eso yo me voy con
no,
Zurdo.
no,
Fuck
nomás,
that.
no, no.
That's
all
his way
this,
out.
all this is
Zurdo,
you talking
Zurdo está con
about real
Golden
quick.
Boy. Zurdo
All
está con
this you're
Golden Boy, so
talking
they work
about
with
Pero
is that
Samson brega con Golden Boy because Samson is the one who took Gabby Fundora over there,
Sí,
bro.
ajá,
and
He's the
exactly.
that's
one
what
who
I'm
took her
getting
over
to.
there.
Y Zurdo
Again, it's
estaba
up
con
to
Top Rank.
David. Hold on, it's up to David to make the commitment and go to the zone because who the fuck is gonna go to Amazon Prime for whatever nickels on the dollar they're gonna give you the fucking fight?
No, y para el dinero también, to Virtuoso's point, for the money that David is going to want to make, because he wants to make money. Like, bro, he wants to make money. We all do. Yeah, you're going to have to go to the zone, homeboy. And you're the other thing is that, and I say it all the time, for all of Oscar and Golden Boy's drawbacks, you would be promoted better by them than how you're being promoted now. They have the inside
Absolutely.
track on the Chicano fans. They have it.
Yeah.
PBC doesn't have it. They have it. You go to them, you might be all right. And the other thing is, they had a meeting last year. And I'm like, what the fuck would they have had to talk about? Oscar and David. They had a meeting last year. It kind of
So
flew
did
under the radar.
so did Crawford and Oscar, but that nothing materialized after that. Again,
Bueno.
it comes down to him.
So
You guys gotta remember that. You guys got to remember that PVC and what's it called? They do the 50-50 on pay-per-view. Like the Zone carries some of it and Prime Video does the other one. So I can see something like that for a David Benavidez with Zurdo versus Zurdo.
Pero la otra cosa es que, what is the value of staying at the PBC at this point? There's nothing over there, bro.
But he ain't trying to leave either.
Right now, he not. Pero it's like, the reason that I present this entire scenario is because you didn't give a fuck about David Morell, right? You didn't give a shit about that guy. You start giving a shit about that guy as the walls are closing in. As Turkey tells you, yo, I'll get you the winner of Better Beav Bivol. He said that last year, way before any of this. He said, yo, if you want the winner of that fight, I'll get you the winner of that fight. And now, we fighting David Morell. I'm convinced he's not going to fight Better Beef. He's not going to fight Bivol. I think he's going to move up. That's what I think.
You know, and you know what? I wonder what his body's going to look like. Is he going to look like a fucking donut at 200? I mean, can you imagine?
Bro, he's going to look like a bag full
Madrazo,
of
he's
water,
gonna look
bro.
like the Michelin Man.
I
That's
mean,
what he's gonna look like.
he's already gasping out at 175. So imagine
My
cómo
dude,
está.
he got
brown,
titties.
saggy titties.
He's got titties now at 75, bro. He
Well,
gonna have
they're
some
gonna be
Sydney
fucking down to his
Sweeneys.
knees,
He's
dude.
gonna have some Sydney Sweeneys at cruiserweight.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to tell him to wear bro.
Sports bra
They gonna
cruiserweight.
be
Jesus
referring to
Christ.
his Captain Christmas
His
Green.
trunks and his nipples are gonna touch.
Yo,
For
Juice, did you
real.
say he look like a bag of water, bro?
He's gonna look like a bag of water, bro.
He got a
like
bag of
a-
milk with Fury and a bag of
I
water
can't
with
imagine
Benavidez.
A fucking glad bag.
Hey,
Trying
and
to tell you.
on this note, I want to remind everyone on the panel here today, right now, that on the 14th, it will have been 10 years since Tank Davis fought a legitimate world champion in Jose Pedraza.
That's not 10 years ago, was it?
That was
Yes.
2017, bro.
2017.
It ain't 2027, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
No.
y'all
Oh, it's
stupid.
getting close to it.
Yeah, I think your
No,
math
it
is off
ain't.
a
No,
little bit.
it's not 10
Yeah,
years.
y'all
17,
stupid as
18,
fuck.
19, 20,
Eight
21,
years ago.
22, 23, 24, 9, close to
Yeah,
9
you
years.
count the
Didn't make a
whole
decade.
8 years.
You really
Hey,
been
that's
counting.
17 to
pathetic.
2025, 8 years. Man,
Yo, and I had to use my
baby.
fingers, Michael.
Bro, what do
pathetic.
you mean?
It's so
It's 10
pathetic.
years. You just minus 10. The fuck?
Yo, fuck you, bro.
Anyway, I can't wait to see this 200 this cruiserweight fight between Zurdo and David. I mean,
It's a good fight.
I like David too before he started talking all this shit.
No,
And-
but wait a minute. If we're fair, Don, if we're fair, that is a good fight, though. I know it's a sophisticated duck on both ends, but that
Yes.
is a good fight, though. Like, yeah, that's
No,
a
it is
good fight.
But
I just wanna
look at
point
how
out real quick.
Zurdo's moving now. Zurdo's been doing really well. Zurdo is one of those fighters that I think in the last year he's improved. He's done great. He's
I
taken two
think he
championship belts.
might beat David. That's
think-
where I'm.
Yeah, me too.
That's not a hot take.
That's not a hot take. Obviously, he's going to be David.
I don't doubt that at all.
Yes, it is a hot take because if you said that on Twitter, if you said that on YouTube, depending on whose channel you're on, they are gonna think you're crazy because come on, Michael, people don't pay
Zerto's gonna beat
attention.
the shit out of him.
My
And
Because
Zerto
dude,
some
don't
people
beat the
got
shit out
don't
of
pay
Benavidez
nobody.
on an
attention.
all-time great
Hang on.
level of skill set on the pedestal they put him on. So it's possible, very. Because there's some people that look at David Benavidez like he's super fire, like his footwork is.
Bro, they think they think he
He's
Carlos Monzon from
if
Arizona,
he
bro.
goes
It's
up to
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
cruiserweight right now to fight Zerto, that is only to avoid Artur, bro, because you know what type of timing that.
Hang on, I just want to say this real quick: that we're talking about Zerto and Benavidez, like it's this great cruiserweight fight, and it is. But it also goes back to an earlier report where everyone's like, "Oh, time for Jai Opetaia to fight someone serious, bro." This is
exactly
two super
Like,
middle.
they're robbing the
fighting.
spotlight.
Zerto versus
bro.
Jai is a better fight.
True.
No. Yeah, Zerto versus Jai is
I'm
the better
not,
fight.
bro. You telling me I'm not disagreeing or advocating that they do this, but you're not going to tell me that Oscar, and I know he was paying attention. You're not going to tell me that Oscar and Eric want to put Zerto in the ring with this guy after like, nah, they don't want to do that. They don't fucking. Why would the fuck would they want to do that,
bro? Oscar, the way I look at Oscar, honestly, he's just as bad as the PBC. I know whenever Oscar's involved, a fight's not gonna get made. It's rarely.
If you was acting funny style, and I maintain William actually has a chance in the Stevenson fight. Like that's not that might he it could be a problem, right? If Oscar's acting squirrely about that, they're like you don't want to make that. You acting wild nervous about that fight. Then I know you don't want to put him. I know you don't want to put Zerto in there with this fucking alien, this fucking lunatic. Do you see the eyes on this guy, bro?
Hold on, we got to be real.
Did you see that after fight when they sat him down and asked him, "Did you get hurt from that punch?" And he's like, "Yeah,
Bob's a psycho, bro.
It was crazy. It's like,
maniac,
I'm like, boy,
Look at
this
his
man
eyes.
built from a
His eyes are
different
like
planet.
fucking nuts, bro.
His eyes
on.
about to pop out. Let me read the super chat. Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Domo. He's gonna try to play the Vegas fighter card with no leverage against any of these guys. I agree with all of that. Jay Flint says, "How do you respond to motherfuckers still think David is a problem for Nello after ducking 2 cycles of champions? Bro, you just got to keep coming with the facts. That's it. You ain't got to come up with nothing new to say. You just got to keep coming with the facts. Like, bro, you can't talk about fighting the best when you ain't ever been doing that. The best dude you fought is a dude Canelo knocked out. That's the best dude you fought. So stop it. You know?
Going to.
I would say Vosdick is his best win.
I mean,
Vosdick did be Adonis.
do you know why I say the only reason I say that I don't disagree with your evaluation? It's just that Vosdick was 37. Caleb is younger, and he had only ever lost to Canelo.
Yeah. And Vosdick is a solid fighter. Come on, the only time he lost and got knocked out was fucking Benavidez. How can you be ashamed of that? I would not. If I was a fighter in my career and that guy beat me, there's nothing to be ashamed about.
Just like you can't be ashamed of.
I don't think David won that fight, and I stand on it. Like, yeah, I could have scored that motherfucker a draw.
Listen, we obviously saw gas tank problems in that fight because he put the first 4 or 5 rounds, he was like grunting, putting everything he had inside those punches, turning over, and he fucking didn't put a dent in that motherfucker.
Didn't put a dent in. Anybody could go back and watch the first 4 rounds. He trying, and it's not.
He was
doing
trying
nothing.
like a motherfucker, dude.
That's what I'm saying, man.
What gets me is that the volume is there. Like David has volume. And
pero
he couldn't fucking do shit.
Un muchachito, volume. Él está peleando con hombre ahora. These is men, bro. All right, with enlarged prostates. All right, these are big guys, bro.
What?
That shit took a turn like a motherfucker, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But like turn and cough.
That's what I'm saying, man. If he's got a gas problem at 175, once he go, I mean, you think it's gonna fuck with Zurdo at
Memo. Look. You guys want to pay attention to this fight that he's about to have because Memo is back, And I wouldn't
Oh,
be
sí,
surprised.
cierto.
Oh, Memo's back.
Hey,
The
Memo,
Wilson
yeah,
family
Memo's
coming
They're
back.
doing
back.
that.
so what's the deal with Memo? Is he like the Victor Conte or
Literally
Yes,
is,
bro. Ese
yes.
otro Victor Conti, bro. Like he's another one. He's the one with the
Memo
infamous
shakes.
Memo shakes.
That's why they won't get along.
Memo
They just
shakes?
alike.
Trying to tell you. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have a gas tank issue. My thing is that, and I've been saying this, it's not new. You weren't that big a puncher at 168. You don't look
No.
like you don't look like that big a
With
puncher
smaller
now.
guys. With smaller guys.
Con los flaquitos, si tú eres David Lemieux, okay, él da duro. If you're David Lemieux. But them dudes, you're not gonna do nothing to fucking Artur with them. Yeah, you're not gonna do nothing to him with that shit. Might tickle him.
Yeah.
Might
Yeah,
tickle
Yeah,
him.
I'm just gonna smile at him.
You know what I just saw recently? I saw the Ellis fight, and he was fucking hitting him with everything he had. And I mean, Ellis was he was a little dazed, but he wasn't like gone.
I think they're
He
just
was
arm
taking
punches.
them
Don.
shots, bro.
I think
He
they're-
was
I
taking
think
them shots, and
because they're arm punches. Because they're arm. Look, if you look at these guys, like when you look at Artur throw a jab, right? It's not just that he throws the arm; his whole body comes forward with him. Like his whole body.
There's
you know,
weight behind it.
There's weight behind the punch. If you look at Gennady when he does a step jab, it's one motion where his whole body moves with the jab. With David, manin, ¿qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? Those are arm punches,
Yeah,
bro.
but-
Like,
He punches from the elbow. That's what it looks like.
When you
yes,
saw the
yes.
when you saw the
yes.
Bosniak fight, he was putting everything behind those punches, and he wasn't denting him. He was literally he was putting a lot behind those punches. He was putting a lot of mustard
Vosdick is
behind
not
them.
a little dude. Vosdick, it's like if you looked at Vosdick's build, and I looked at the guys side by side, and I'm like, it's like looking at a teenager next to a grown man. You look like a fat teenager, and
Well,
he looks like a grown man with a grown man
that's how I
body.
feel with Morell. Morell looks solid. Morell next to David looks. more
We
solid.
may be getting
he
ahead
looks
of
bigger than him.
ourselves. We may be getting ahead of ourselves because, look, I'm not saying Morell gonna win. I'm not
going
saying that,
Morell.
but it's not outside the realm of possibility that, like,
Exactly.
it's not.
I'm going Morell.
not
He's gonna
outside
be
the realm of
tested.
possibility.
He's gonna be
Morell is
tested.
going to lose. Inexperienced, and when I saw what Hot Rod did with that man,
Yeah, but Hot
in my
Rod,
opinion, I saw somebody that can't make in-fight adjustments yet. He's
Yeah,
not
but
seasoned enough
Brim,
yet.
that's the
Hot
experience
Rod,
that he
David.
needed, bro.
The problem I have with that argument, the reason that I'm kind of on the
David don't
fence with
fight
this
like
one
Hot
is
Rod.
David don't fight like at all, though.
That's
Like
what-
in any
but
way.
wait. Are we
Yeah,
saying
but
that Hot Rod wouldn't give
if he
David
fights the
problems?
same exact
No,
way,
Hot Rod would not give David problems. Styles make fights. I said this the night of. David has the right style for Hot Rod more than Morell does. You just got to come forward on him and put pressure
But
on him.
also-
That's what you
but
got to do to
also-
Hot Rod.
Benavidez has the right. Morell has the right style for David.
I'm with you.
Like,
I'm with you.
Morell's gonna shine with that type of style.
if he
Counter
uses
punch,
it.
bob and
We'll
weave.
see. We'll
Who
see.
has Morell winning? Who has Morell
I'm
winning?
Morell winning. I'm
I
It's
going
one
got
for
Morell
Morell,
winning.
two for Morell,
I got Morell winning too.
3.
Nah, I got David, man.
I got David.
I
2
got
for
David.
David, 3 for David.
You gotta say
They're
the
both
last name.
named
We're not
David,
sure
you
yet.
motherfuckers. What the fuck?
Oh yeah,
Yo,
I know what they
yeah,
both David. I
Benavidez.
got
My bad,
Benavidez.
All right,
Benavidez.
Benavidez. That's 3 for Benavidez,
It's
3 for
Keenan.
Morell. Who else has Morell? Virtuoso, who you got?
Benavidez.
4 for
I got
Benavidez.
Morell if it's early. Otherwise, I got Benavidez.
But more
Come on.
important,
I have,
He always
There you go,
does.
country. You split in the
Playing
vote.
safe.
exactly.
fucking country, man.
He's pulling on my dick. Yeah, I have Morell winning. I have Morell winning unless David wins. Then I have David Benavidez.
You know that, you little dick motherfucker.
Shout out to
Bro,
Lee.
bro, listen, if Morell wins, do you have Mirage's phone number?
Nah, he's
He's
gonna
in the
like.
chat right now.
I think I would have to get on a plane and go to Australia if David
Oh, you'd
Morell
have to
wins
go
that
to the
fight.
suicide center to go track him down.
Yeah, that'd be a tough night for him. Shout out to Napoli. If he impresses against Jason Maloney, how much of a chance do you give Tenshin Natsukawa against the rest of the bantamweight division? You have to remember that a lot of those guys, aside from Junto, a lot of those guys don't have a lot of fights. 10, 11, 12. So 2 of them dudes don't even have a lot of knockouts. So aside from Junto, aside from him, maybe you could give Tenshin decent odds against like the IBF champion. or maybe the WBO champion Yoshiki Takai, because they don't have a lot of fights. I think Yoshiki has like what 10, 11 fights. Same with the IBF guy. So maybe you could give him a shot, and that's a good acid test for tension. That's a good acid test.
Unfortunately, because of his kickboxing background and the big deal that was, they're probably going to put him in there with Junto sooner or later. That's not going to do.
They not if they ain't put them other dudes in there with Junto yet, they ain't not gonna put tension in there.
Yo, I need Junto to unify. That's who needs to unify. Junto
for real,
died
bro.
a desperate need of unify.
If they have willing partners that are willing to die, maybe.
I don't know why he ain't fought one of them motherfuckers yet. There's 3 of them, bro. Like, what the fuck? What is the hold up, bro?
For real.
You gotta have a tournament, man. Speed this shit up.
It's like they don't want to make them fights or something. Because he said he not putting a time frame on an Inoue fight. And Inoue's guy, Mr. Ohashi, said, yeah, that shit ain't happening this year. That's what he said. So it's like, all right, you not doing that. Can you fucking unify then, bro? The fuck you waiting for?
You know who I blame for all this? I blame Sam Goodman. Because that motherfucker's delayed everything.
Why?
He ain't delayed that shit though. Like he ain't delayed that Junto shit.
Trying a whole different weight. That makes no sense.
No, hang on. It's because they're trying to time their shit with Inoue, so they make a big build-up. Like, oh, Junto has this fight, then Inoue has this fight. Junto has this fight, then Inoue has this fight.
Yeah, but Junto not unifying don't fall on Sam. Like, I feel you about the Inoue shit. Like, you fucked up his shit, sort of, because he had a certain way he wanted to do shit. But Junto not unifying don't fall on Sam, bro. Like, y'all motherfuckers got it. But I don't think them motherfuckers want to fight Junto, to be real. Like, bro, why would they? They better off fighting each other. He gonna knock all 3 of y'all motherfuckers out in a row. They don't want to fight that motherfucker. But you know, something gotta happen, bro. Something gotta happen.
Can I ask you guys something? When it comes
Dahlia, man.
Good.
Oh, when it comes to Junto, like, and the Naoya Inoue thing, when exactly did you, like, once you guys started putting up this fight might happen, what year date did you guys have it on? Because when I was doing my math and all that, I'm like, I see it as late as 2025 and early as 2026. And then the other news came out that they weren't planning for each other. So when you guys were talking about it, when exactly did you guys see it?
The end of this year is when I saw it. The end because of MJ and because of what I'm expecting, at least maybe one other mandatory to pester Inoue with, right? So I figure, okay, if Inoue has 3 fights this year, then Junto would probably be the last one. So maybe a December fight, because you know they always do a big December fight in Japan. Maybe like the end of December. Pero ahora ya se sabe that shit is not going to happen this year. So forget it. Forget it.
Ahí viene pinche Jerry.
Jerry said punches landed Benavidez 233, Vosdick 163. Your turn. Well, you know fights are scored round by round, Jerry. You have to show me how many rounds that was. He probably landed a lot of those punches in the first 5 rounds because he was busier in those rounds. But towards the tail end of the fight, he wasn't. He was literally laying on the ropes getting hit.
Yo, can I answer Jerry? Jerry, listen to me. Hold on real quick.
No.
Jerry, listen, Jerry. Benavidez landed 223 punches. Not one of them even hurt Gvozdyc's feelings. Please.
That's the other thing that you should be upset, Jerry, that he landed that many punches on this older version of Vosdick, and he couldn't even knock him down.
Yeah.
Es lo que estoy diciendo. Like he
La
landed
otra vaina con Canelo. Canelo did not need to land as many punches on Caleb to knock him out.
Exactly. Eso es lo que estoy, oye. Canelo landed fewer punches on fucking Plant and knocked him out.
And knocked
David
him out.
landed a shit ton.
Bro, David landed kicks. Yo, he even kicked Caleb, bro. He landed a couple kicks. He knocked him down, bro.
But David's the monster, right?
Le dio unas patadas a los huevos a ese cabrón y no lo dio.
That's what I'm saying. That I don't see how that's I don't see how that's a flex. That like, so David threw all those punches and didn't score a knockdown. Wow, that's fucked up. That looks tiring, David. Like you gotta hit that motherfucker that much and you ain't gonna knock him down. Shit, it's tough, bro. Shout out to Drew. Did you hear? Unbiased PR team for Norman discovered Eddie was lying and the $2 million was of man. Listen, man. Grim, Listen, Brim, you gotta stop defending that shit, bro. You
No,
do.
no. I
You
see.
gotta
I
stop
didn't come
defending
here
that
for
shit
this. It's not about
because the
defending
shit
it.
is
It's about being
because the shit is.
objective, understanding both
But
sides of the coin.
objectively, if you're looking at both sides, you said it yourself. The shit you talking about is some after the fact shit that had no influence on the Normans' decision.
It
That had
actually had
nothing.
the
No,
say that they
you
had
said
no
it yourself.
influence on the Norman's decision.
You said it yourself.
I,
They didn't
I
even
understand
know.
what you're saying there, but the same token is everything that we got publicly was all huff and bullshit because the fight was already dead at that point. So that
Bro,
means
you don't
offering that.
ask,
Oh,
bro. You don't ask.
let me
Hold on.
finish,
No,
finish,
because you
bro.
cooking bullshit. Ain't
It's not
nobody gonna
bullshit.
sit here.
It's
You're not
already
going,
proven. It's
bro. You're
factual.
not gonna
Nothing
sit
I'm
on the
saying
One
boxing
at a
voice.
time. One
You're
at a
not gonna
time.
sit
Calm
on the
down.
boxing
Calm
voice.
down.
You're not gonna sit on the boxing voice talking about Eddie Hearn has to pay blah 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 over a fight that is dead. If the fight was dead, then that's what you would have said. The fight was
They
dead.
didn't
We
know
wasn't
the
gonna
fight
have it
was dead.
anyway.
That's the whole point I'm trying to tell you, Jules.
Then
They didn't.
stop
He had
making
no idea.
excuses for him, bro.
I'm not making excuses for him, but the point of the matter is I told you at 1.5 and 1.7, they should have taken that. I agreed. I personally told him that. But the fact of the matter is that the point that he got to when they offered 1.5 and 1.7, no, all that shit was moot. The fight was dead. The reason why the fight was dead is
Bro,
Karen.
you
No,
gotta stop
Karen
saying you
submitted his
got,
paperwork
bro,
on the
you gotta,
18th. We didn't publicly
let,
even know the fight was actually even talked about till the 22nd, bro.
bro.
To
All
the
you doing
22nd,
is
we
repeat.
didn't know the fight was even in the works.
Oh,
Nobody
you
had
just
no
trying to tune
idea
out the
till
world
August
at
the
this point.
22nd.
You just trying to tune out the world at this point. You
No, I'm
are
just
like
trying to tell you the
you're
facts.
repeating. No, you're repeating you're repeating the same shit you said on Twitter. I read that already. I read that book already. You already admitted the shit you saying. That whole fucking paragraph. They didn't know nothing about that. So when they turned down the money, asking for more money,
They were wrong for that.
the shit you saying don't
They
even
should
come
have
into
took.
it because you
They
said it.
should have took
No,
that. I
they
didn't.
didn't know.
I never
So then
disagreed
how
with
do
that.
you how do you make
I
the
never
point? How do
disagreed with
you
that.
make the point that this offer that they rejected is moot when what everybody's saying is y'all shouldn't have turned down that money. Well, they did, bro. They turned it down.
Who did turn it down? And I said that. That's the whole the thing is what y'all don't understand is I've said
I
that.
love this
I
shit.
personally told him that myself. But the problem that I have with y'all stance on this is that y'all not being objective enough to see that there's a problem what transpired in the whole making of that potential fight. There was problems behind that. There was things that y'all are ignoring that tells me they knew they wasn't gonna make that fucking fight.
I don't agree with you on that. I don't.
And
One thing
that's
that you
cool.
wait a minute. One thing
Go ahead.
one thing you're not factoring into the equation, which is what I maintain. If the Normans would have accepted the offer, right? And then Matchroom turns around and has to file a petition, right? Do you understand how much the IBF charges for that petition? Because it's not free. It's not like it's just some piece of paper. You got to give them 10 G's for that.
20.
You think my fault 20. You think they're gonna turn down them 20 G's? I don't. This is what you're not factoring. This is what you're not factoring. Wait. This is what you're not. Now here's another thing. As much as the IBF are sticklers for the rules, I remember 2 years ago, they ordered Jermel Charlo to fight Bakram Murtazaliev. 2 years ago. Did they strip him right away? No.
You know why they didn't strip him right away, Jules? Because they contacted Murtazaliev. They paid him. They kept him in the loop. The problem is they didn't contact Karen at all, and Karen complained about it, and he submitted paperwork before the 30 days.
You need to calm down. You don't know what the fuck, bro. You need to calm down. You don't know what the fuck they would have done if the Normans would have accepted the offer. Maybe if the Normans accept the offer, then they contact Karen. Hey, Karen, here's $10,000. Fuck off. You don't know that. You keep apologizing for what you already admitted. They shouldn't have turned down that money. Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm saying.
I'm not apologizing about that at all. It's just that y'all are completely just disavowing the fact of the matter is that there was only one offer made before the fight was dead. That's what y'all don't get. I know the timeline. Y'all don't. There's certain facts that I know that y'all don't know. The first offer was on the 14th. The fight was dead 4 days after.
How much was that offer?
$750K.
And he rejected that.
That's the countered offer. and they didn't
No,
respond.
one. See, this
Yeah,
is why. This is why I can't trust people that become friends with fighters. The first offer was not $750,000. That's what the Norman. No, it wasn't. That's what the Normans told the world after they get their deductions. Your fucking deductions are your fucking problem. The first offer was a 7-figure offer. After the deductions, you clear 750 G's. I reiterate, every fighter has deductions, bro. You ain't the only one. So stop with the first offer was on. No, it wasn't. The first offer was 7 figures. I don't like this shit that we're gonna get open just because a boxer signed a hat. Man, fuck that shit. Go fight. That's why we here. Go fight. And if you ain't fighting, then you
1.2. Wasn't it 1.2 the full amount the first time?
The fuck, I'm not here to be friends with fucking fighters. I'm not here to shake hands with. Man, go fight. That's what the fuck we here for.
The first offer, right? Wasn't it 1.2?
Yeah, damn, I love it.
It was 1.2, right?
Fuck.
Yes, it was 1.2.
It was 1.2, and after the deductions, it would have been 750,000.
Yeah, okay,
what the fuck? Yo, what fucking idiot? What fucking idiot I would be to be a blue collar common man who's worked menial jobs and all type of shit to be crying a river for a dude that's gonna get 750 G's?
And that's 12 times the amount that he got in his last pay.
You got this is the problem, and this
ends there, bro.
And this is the problem. This is the problem with the American boxing scene. A more interactive boxing experience in America has resulted in fans constantly making excuses for fighters not to fight, and that's why this is the boxing scene that's dying. Teofimo, get your ass in there and fight. Otherwise, we don't need you, bro. You look. You not fighting. You know who I'm gonna watch? My man from Norfolk, VA, Keyshawn Davis. Fuck you, Teofimo. Fuck you, bro. You don't. Your problem. The problem with the American fighter is every American fighter think he arrived already. T.O., you have not arrived. Brian, you really ain't arrived. You know what I mean? You turning down money, and the whole time that you turned down that money, because that shit is from months ago. This shit is from 6 months ago. Did anybody offer you $2 million yet? Nah, right?
No.
I bet you thought I could turn down Boots and go fight Teofimo. How's that looking?
But let me talk to Brim real quick. Like, Brim, how are you gonna defend them rejecting 12 times their last pay? Like, how? Like, the conversation should just end there. Like.
Okay. Let me clarify a couple of things. I think there's a couple of things that's misconstrued based on what I'm saying. The first thing I told everyone in regards to this is that they should have taken the offer at 1.5 regardless. I've already clarified that. I don't know why this keeps getting hammered at me at the end of the day. The bottom line is the issue that I'm having is that there is information that has came to light, that has been found out, that is contradictory to what the popular sentiment believes transpired. No more, no less in the story. I'm not going to sit here and go hours and hours about Brian Norman. Okay. The fact of the matter is he should have taken the pay.
He should have taken that. He should have taken the 1.5. So if he didn't, don't you agree that that's a duck?
What I'm talking about is there was some other stuff that transpired that should have not transpired if you were looking to make this fight legitimate.
I'm trying to understand it from your side as well, but you're saying he should have taken that money, right? The 1.5 or 1.2, whatever.
Right.
Now he chose not to take that money, so doesn't that make him a duck?
No, because they counter offered.
They counter offered.
They didn't say no to the fight off the bat. They countered offered. But the problem behind all this at the end of the day,
who are you to counter offer anybody?
Exactly.
Well, fuck it then. You know, then there's no fight then. Then we are where we are at then. We are at where we at. You gotta remember, Brian Norman was the third option. It ain't like he was begging for Boots for the fight.
Your last, you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, he wasn't begging for Boots. Like, and he is a champion. And he's way younger than Boots is. He's like
after all the deductions, what do you have left? You have like 25K left? Like after all the deductions? No, probably like 50. But your last pay was $100,000. They gave you a vacant title. It's not like you fought for that belt. They gave you a vacant title. And now they're offering you 1.5. Shut up and take it. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Who are you?
No, the day is Top Rank who put him in position. The day who was offering the pay wasn't Top Rank. So don't say day and make it an all uniform composition here. You know, at the end of the day, Norman got that title, wouldn't hand it to him. Giovanni Santillon was about to be the champion. They anticipated him to win. He
At the
fought
end
in
of the
their
day, the
backyard
day
and
is
he whooped
ended.
his ass and had a breakout performance. That's what happened. He earned that spot. But at the end of the day, that Boots
The
fight
day
is
is
a fight
ended.
that I would have loved to have seen, and I think he should have taken a 1.5. But everything that happened publicly was all bullshit. That's all I'm saying. The fight, but by the time he got to the public, the fight was already over and done with. By the time we knew, that's all I'm saying. Is by the time we knew the fight was already done and over with, Aaron did everything he needed to do to make sure his fight was set in stone.
Who the fuck's in traffic?
I don't know. I'm about to be in traffic in a few minutes.
Even the cars think this is bullshit.
Somebody always is, man.
I'm waiting for the person to play the guitar or whatever. You know, we get that guitar playing
I
every
know,
once in a
He
while.
right?
stopped
Somebody
doing
be
that
jamming.
shit.
The guitar in the background and shit.
I know. I really want to know who the
Yo,
hell
what the
does
fuck?
that.
I just heard
Yo,
it.
I drew down to like 2 people it could be, man. And then he stopped coming, whoever, or stopped doing it. The guitar shit. I narrowed it down.
You were doing it last
It'd be
time I
really
was on.
You know who you are, you motherfucker.
But am I making any sense right now?
Nah, bro. I'm not
No, am
calling
I
No,
you
not
no,
out.
making
hold on,
any
hold
sense?
on,
Okay.
hold on. I see
Like,
what you're trying to say. Wait, hold
Hold
on,
up.
wait,
If I'm
wait,
not making any
saying you're
sense,
not.
I'm going to try to make this really quick because I got to
wait.
get
No,
ready to go to work. The first offer to Norman was on August the 14th. I know this is fact. The fight was dead August the 19th. All right. I know that is fact. Why? Because it's already documented that Kieran submitted the paperwork on the 18th because Eddie Hearn never reached out to them and they never paid the 20K to be solidify being able to do any unifications. And before they spoke to Norman, didn't we know that they talked to the other 2 champions before that? So if you were so hard pressed to make the fight and you was in a time crunch, because that screams to me time crunch. I don't see pressing moves creating that fight scenario to really come into fruition. And that's the issue that I have. I feel like it's a little bit of game playing, which is fine. That's the nature of boxing. And I like Eddie Hearn, but I understand that all promoters got to do a certain little bit amount of bullshit to make sure it plays in the favor that they needed to play in.
nah, you losing me now. I was with you before you started just explaining it further. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, well, I'm just adding that little last bit that at the end of the day, it was not a really good scenario for Boots, and you had to play it the way you had to play it. You didn't have a lot of time to negotiate a fight with them with Norman at that point, and they didn't do what they needed to do. Why didn't
Hold on. Let me read these super chats because they're piling up. Shout out to Drew. How does Norman Senior have a fight before Junior? A valid point. Drew said the MGR of Spence and Norman Junior is transparent. I agree with that. Like, of course, he's gonna say stuff that sounds good. Domo said not taking fights because his management costs too much. Basically, the Gooch said Benavidez outlanded Vosdick by double digits in rounds 2 through 5. The rest of the rounds were close. Again, boxing is scored round by round. Your turn. That's Gooch's response to somebody in the comments.
To Jerry. To Jerry.
To Jerry's response to Jerry. But back over to Brim. The thing is that you can't say that because we're a little bit pressed for time, we have to overpay, because then you set a bad precedent moving forward. It's not that different from Top Rank situation with Teofimo. Just because you acting out don't mean we gonna buckle, because then other fighters are gonna do what you're doing.
You're
With the
right,
Norman,
Jules, but the problem is the Matchroom has a history of already doing it. Top Rank has a history of buckling down and not paying that. So, I mean, then you're right, but if we're really looking at it,
but that doesn't make it. But this is the thing. It's not, I was about to say that doesn't make it right. What I mean to say is that doesn't make it effective, because in the end, you didn't get shit. You didn't get shit. You'll be lucky if you still have that belt when Boots spins the block. You'll be lucky.
What was the counter offer they made, though?
Yeah.
$2 million. They wanted $2 million.
Yep.
No.
That is the fact. And when he first told me that, I said, hold up, you asked for that much, bro? I said,
this is shit. My mind don't work that way. You are not a $2 million, bro. Forget two. You're not a $1 million fighter. 1 million was already more than you make. What? You're gonna go? What? You're gonna go fight Cuevas, assuming they reschedule that, and Top Rank is gonna pay $1 million for you. No, they're not. No, they're not. I know they're not. They're not stupid. Nobody pays you that. So when you get offered 1.2, that's the first offer. I'm not saying you take that. You could though. You could if you believe in yourself and you're hungry and you say, yeah, I can beat this guy for that price. Take the second offer. Take the second offer if you believe in yourself. Because what's getting lost in this entire argument is them dudes don't think they can win. They don't. We're not here because of how confident you are. We're here because of how confident you're not. You don't win that fight. You know that. So you're acting like it's a fire sale.
You really believe that though? I don't necessarily believe that.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that because I didn't all of a sudden find out about fucking Brian Norman. I didn't find out about Brian Norman in the Giovanni Santillán fight. I found out about him before that when he got knocked on his ass with Boca Chica, whatever that fuck that guy's name is.
You're absolutely correct. But let me ask you this though, Jules. Where was Boots at the same age as Norman? Was he a champion at the same age?
What are you arguing? What is it that you're? I'm talking about who wins the fight. What are you doing?
What I'm doing is you're putting it out like he's scared. He know he's going to lose.
Yes, he's scared. Yes, he's scared. You would fight someone else for the same money that you were just off. Not only do I know you would fight someone else, you would fight for less than what you were offered. You absolutely would because you do. When they offered you Giovanni Santillán, did you ask for $2 million? No, right? No. No. When they offered you, when they put you, when they had you in the, are you getting $2 million for Derek Cuevas? No. But when it's Boots, you need $2 million. Why? Why? Nobody's stupid over here. Y'all don't win that fight. Your daddy not gonna say it. Your daddy not gonna say it, and your management not gonna say it. Y'all know y'all don't like that fight. You don't win that fight.
They're saying that that's not a counter demand.
Yes, and that's the other thing. I'm tired of broke fighters that don't have no leverage and no money talking about that's my counter offer. Counter offer? What? You gonna put that money up? Nah, right? So then how is it a counter offer? You're not offering anything. You're just asking for more money. It's not a counter offer. The fuck you offering? When Teofimo just said that dumb shit on Twitter, they turned down my what counter offer, bro? Top Rank is paying for the whole show. You not paying for nothing.
But part of the reason why they didn't just jump at the fight is because they're not broke, not thirsty.
You said they didn't jump. You said they didn't jump at the fight because they're not broke and not thirsty. Whatever, dog. You don't fight for $2 million a fight. You don't ask for that number for anybody else you fought. You're not about to fight for that now. The next time Brian Norman fights, is he gonna fight for $2 million? Is he?
What's that again?
The next time Brian Norman fights, is it gonna be for $2 million?
No, it's not.
Is it going to be for even 800K?
From a rival promotional company that's going to be bringing you over to their platform? Is it going to be one of those as well?
That doesn't justify it.
I'm not justifying it, but you got to understand if you bring in a fight.
None of this. Bro, stop speed talking. None of this is smart business. You don't make money, Brian Norman. You don't make money, period. You're acting out of fear, not business. You're acting out of fear because if it were about business, I'm not going to take the first offer. Let's see if we could talk this up a little bit. Let's talk it up one more time, then we'll take that. And I take the fight at 1.5. Now, all this IBF bullshit you're talking about, like you said, forget me, like you said, they wasn't hip to none of that. So that's not what influenced their decision. What influenced their decision is they wanted $2 million or no fight. That's what they wanted. Understand that that's the guarantee that Sean Porter got for Errol Spence. $2 million? Who the fuck do you think you are, bro?
I'll kill this topic with this one last thing that I do know. Brian Norman Jr. would have taken the fight at 1.5.
Bro, everybody says that when a fighter they like is involved. Everybody say that. Everybody say that Brian would have took the fight.
Brian Norman Jr. would have took it at 1.5. His team went against that.
I hear you, bro. Yeah. I hate. Enjoy the Derek Cuevas fight, bro. Because that's what we getting. That's what we getting. And that's why, and I'm gonna tell you, this is why the American, but this is why Nesta Gibbs is bitching on the boxing voice. This is why the American boxing scene is ass cheek. This is why. It's like, it's simple. If the boxing world and the boxing community in America in one voice told that motherfucker, yeah, you better get in there and fight. You know what he gonna do? He gonna get in there and fight. You got B and C class fighters asking for A-side money. That's what's wrong with this era. Yo, you a B-level fighter, fam. Fuck is you talking about? You ain't proved you was an A-level. So how we gonna give you A-level money?
I said C+.
For real. You a B. That's where this era is different from the one that I grew up in. The B-class fighter and the C-class fighter wanted the opportunity to go on and make money. Whereas today's B-class fighter is a diva. It's like hoflation. It's inflation for boxers. Like, yo, you not even like, bro, where do you sell tickets at? Right.
Hoflation.
Like hoflation, bro. This shit crazy. Like telling me a piece of pussy goes for what? $100, $150? Bro, this shit used to be $40 in a loose. Fuck is you talking about? You like get out of here. Now listen. You could play that game, but I don't know why you think you safe at Top Rank. Because what's about to happen, if Boots go unify with Stanionis, you gotta go find somebody to fight. And Top Rank, you might win. You might lose. The same thing that happened to Giovanni Santillán could happen to you. I don't know why you would think that you safe over there. They don't give a fuck about you over there, bro. But go ahead. They like Gabe Flores until they put him in there with Luis Lopez. They liked him, and they liked Luis Lopez till they put him in there with Angelo Leo, and they like Giovanni Santillán before they put him in there with you. But go ahead. Business guys, world class, man, world class. Yeah, the fucking nerve of his manager, because he got world class management, and ain't nobody gonna say who's that. Who's his world class management?
Because it ain't you.
You.
World class trainer.
His father.
You can't make this shit up, bro.
You can't. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Why do you try to sneak that shit in?
You know what's funny too, bro? Why wouldn't your world-class trainer, who's your dad, if the money is such a problem and the deductions are such a problem, why does he just take a pay cut?
For real.
It's your daddy.
That's your dad. He can't take a pay cut?
For real, right? For his son that he believe in. Like, it's all good because, like I said, where this era is different is everybody got this thing where they want to feel sorry for boxers. I don't feel sorry for shit. You got a job to do, just like me. Go do it. Fuck, go do it. I'm not here to see you on a podcast. Fuck, I'm not here to watch you on Fight Hype. Nah, I'm here to watch you fight. And if you ain't fighting, yo, you ain't good for nothing. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's what people don't want to say, bro. It's like, bro, like we only care about these fighters when they're fighting, bro. Like I don't care about all the other shit, bro. I don't. And it's not disrespectful. It's just no, I'm a fan of boxing.
That's like saying, yo, I went to the Olive Garden. Who mic is that? Somebody's shit been wilding for 10 minutes.
They always get quiet.
Somebody mic is wilding like that's like saying, yo, I went to the Olive Garden for the bread. And then I'm gonna leave. Like, no, I'm not here for the podcast. I'm not here for the interview. I'm here for the fight. And if you ain't fighting, you can get the fuck on. Well, you getting mad at them Brits. You getting mad at them Brits, but them Brits is getting down. Look, Moses Atalma, unbeaten, young, 20 years old. They trying to put him in there with Justice Uni, bro. And you can't get these two. You can't get two more experienced motherfuckers in America to do nothing. You can't get these dudes to do nothing. Fuck y'all.
Yo,
I'm ready for the Abdullah Mason era. Fuck, man.
The Keyshawn Davis era, bro. I'm waiting for that.
Jules, you know what I kind of find it as funny is he kind of like framed it as like, oh nah, you guys are giving us like darts or something. I'm like, nah, not really. It's still the same sport. It's more like if you were to try to if a hockey fan told me, oh, I hate American hockey compared to Canadian hockey. What's the difference, bro? It's still hockey.
It's still hockey, bro. The shit is, and you know, I said, like, y'all know that I said American boxing fans are not really boxing fans because, bro, I just want to see a fight. I don't care who it is. It could be two Russian cats on a roof, literally two Russian felines. I'm watching that. I just want to see a fight. Y'all need the motherfucker to be American, and he got to be from the block. He got to be from the block. He got to live 10 miles from me, and I need to sat next to him in math. It's like, yo, what is all this shit, dog? You want to watch motherfuckers fight or not? Because I'm just here to watch motherfuckers fight. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, the fight that they trying to do, Duarte versus Prograis, I love that fight because, yeah, somebody getting knocked out. I don't know who, but somebody getting knocked out in that one. Oh, yeah. That's a good fight.
That's a cool scratch.
Motherfucking Pacheco.
Move up and wait.
The other Pacheco versus Nelson. When I heard Nestor Gibbs say that shit, I'm like, you don't think Pacheco versus Nelson is a good fight? I think that's a good fight. I think
Nestor's always crying about some shit. I'm telling you. I
watch
that show a lot.
I can't wait for that Soul fight and then Pacheco. That's man. There's so many elements to that fight. I'm sorry, let me let you read the chat.
Yeah, shout out to Jerry. Benavidez landed 107 punches in rounds 1 and 5, landed 116 and 6 and 12. Scorecards 116. Blah, 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 blah. Vosdick landed 32% of his punches. Benavidez 42%. Yeah, but once again, those are percentiles. Those are percentiles that account for a totality of punches. I saw that fight. The last leg of that fight, Benavidez wasn't landing shit, dog. Like, how much talking about? Jerry said, correction, Vosdick landed 23% of his punches. So you say, bro.
CompuBox stats are so whack, bro.
Bro, you spending too much time on that.
Bro?
I'm just reading it because he's paying me, you know?
No, I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him. He's going back and looking up the numbers and he's typing them in there, bro. You in love.
A CompuBox is a person with a clicker, bro.
For real.
Gooch, get him.
Gooch said, yeah, the connect rate was lower because he threw 178 more punches, almost 15 punches per round more. Look, man, you keep trying to sell that Benavidez dude, bro. Just know, I know you're not going to pay me unless this is your way of paying me, Jerry. But I told you he's not going to fight the winner of that fight. And you're seeing that. That was the bet. My bet was, I guarantee you, David Benavidez will not fight the winner of Better B versus Bivol. That was the bet. And unless you get him in the ring and the night of, yeah, I'll pay up because I honor all my bets. But I guarantee you, he's not fighting the winner of that fight. It ain't gonna happen.
This dude watches boxing with a protractor in his hand.
Yo, with a fucking rhombus, bro. Shit. Said Gooch, he also landed less punches. Your turn. Like, bro, like all this shit because David couldn't knock out the dude that Artur knocked out, basically. That's what it's all over. Like, you know, if you would have took care of this motherfucker like Artur took care of this motherfucker like 4 years ago, motherfuckers wouldn't have to sit here counting punches.
And that's the thing with Benavidez. His whole career is built on these supposedly great performances against dudes, his rivals that he will never fight, knocked out.
For real. like the most damning one to me is like, you know what? Vosdick is a big boy. He is Ukrainian. Those are really tough fighters. Bro, you couldn't knock out receding hairline Caleb from Tennessee. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Julio says this is how Stephen Hawking scores fights.
You know what I'm saying? Like and this the shit you gotta do when your boy is not who they say he is. It's like, yo, look, you didn't knock out Vosdick, but you should have knocked out Caleb, and you didn't. Lil Canelo, not even throwing that many punches. Not even we know Canelo don't throw that many punches. Lil Canelo threw the right ones, and that did it.
To be fair, his punch output slowed down like after that fight, I would say. Like that was his pinnacle.
Yeah, but to be fair, we all saw him carry Jaime. That would have been another knockout if Canelo wasn't feeling.
Yeah, he hugged him.
Wasn't feeling generous that day.
Listen, I saw so many people talking shit about that fight, and I had to rewatch it like 2-3 times, and I swear to fucking God, he held him up.
Yeah, you could see, bro. He buckles him
at the same time.
He buckled him, then it's like, why you grabbing him, Canelo? He ready to go. You get mad, Jerry. Jerry, you get mad. All I know is your boy is not fighting the winner of that fight. Like, I know you're not gonna pay. I know you're not gonna pay up because you're gonna be mad than a bitch. When that news break that he's not fighting the winner of that fight, he not gonna talk to me for 2 weeks, bro. He gonna be mad. Not gonna want to talk to me for a minute. Like, this motherfucker gonna talk shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk shit because I fucking told you he's not fighting the winner of that fight.
Yeah.
How you feel about Pacheco and So Cole? How you feel about that?
Who?
Nelson and Pacheco next
I
week.
love that fight. I love that fight.
You know, there's some
Nelson,
dynamics to that fight that really makes it really interesting because
Nelson is not for play. He's not for play.
Not for play, and he got the full attention of the team. You know, usually he's on the cards
He has the better corner. Bomac versus Jose Benavidez. Gee, I wonder who I'd want to train me.
They got a real busy schedule.
Shit is crazy, bro. Shout out to Domo. Jerry out here spending more on super chats than David Benavidez pay-per-views to let us all know that. Yo, I'm telling you, B, like, don't sleep on Zerto, Jerry. That's all I'm saying, bro. Zerto on the good foot now, bro. And listen, Zerto a tough motherfucker. Like I said, I've been watching Zerto since 2015, roughly since 2015. I never seen this motherfucker down. We know he's never been out, and I've seldom ever seen him even hurt or rattled.
Yeah, but what's different now is that he's moving. He's I don't know. He's adopted some sort of who's training him because
Malik Scott, and Julian Chua.
Malik Scott? Are you talking about like Wilder?
Yes.
Malik Scott?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, Malik Scott.
Really?
Don't listen for shit.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I was about to say that. I want this to be proof because I feel bad for trashing Malik Scott for so long. That nigga Wilder's trash.
He just
that
trash,
nigga is
bro.
garbage. Like,
Trash,
yo,
he's a fighter.
But we knew that, bro. We knew we had the smoke. Wait. We had the smoking gun. You got an Olympic gold medalist in Mark Breland, welterweight, but he was like a welterweight version of you in terms of dimensions. He was big for the weight. He was tall for the weight. You got all this knowledge right there that you could be soaking up, so you could get out there and do the same dumb shit for like 40-something fights. It's like, bro, you just a bad student, bro. It ain't Malik's fault, you know. It ain't Malik's fault.
But it's like Malik got Zerto Lomachenko pivoting and shit, bro.
Look, you could dig up the bones of custom model, put them in a cremator, get the ash, and then spray it on Wilder, and he still won't learn shit, bro. He won't listen, bro. It's not gonna do nothing, bro.
It's his mind. It's like he doesn't want it. He thinks he's got it all figured out already.
Yeah, like he don't have a boxing brain. And look, in the greatest scheme of things, that's okay, because all fighters are not built the same. Like, there's guys, they just got that little extra for creativity that allows them to improvise.
Dude, because Jaime was doing okay with Roach.
But Roach is expensive. That's how I surmise that. If I had to guess why he didn't go back to
Freddie, made like $10 million.
Freddie costs more. Freddie costs more though, bro. He costs more money to have him in the corner than Eric. Who, aside from Jaime, who else is Eric training?
Okay, would it be fair to say that he's getting paid more money than most super middleweights?
I think so.
Like at
Jaime?
the gate and
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So what the fuck? Why are you being such a cheap fuck?
He got don't he got like a stripper wife or some shit?
No,
costs money. It costs money.
The reason that Munguia said that he stopped going on Freddie Roach because he doesn't train in the mountains. And that's the reason that he believes he lost against Canelo.
He wants to train at high altitude.
Good. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Shout out to
he did that in like an ESPN in Español on an interview.
Shout out to Jerry Soriano. Zerto Benavidez have legendary sparring 100 rounds. I mean, that's cool, but I don't think that Zerto the weird thing, the shit I hate about these sparring stories is how much context you have to leave out to use it as an example of anything. That those guys haven't sparred each other in years. That's one. And two, Zerto is not the fighter now that he was when you sparred him.
No, not at all. No,
he's a completely different guy.
With Chris Billum-Smith, I was like, what the fuck? Who is this guy?
He beat the shit out of Chris Billum-Smith too.
And the way he moved though, like he was cutting angles, He was fainting. He was doing all
He was
sorts of fucking
styling
shit.
I was so mad. Like, who's this guy?
And I read the injuries that Chris had after the fight, broken ribs, busted, and I'm like, Zerto did that,
bro. He was like when Goku came back from Namek.
for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised his hair didn't turn blonde, bro. Shit.
That is a definite
Come up with that spar record
and
website.
I'm a little surprised because I did not
Comeback of the
see that
year,
coming.
bro. Comeback of the, because Ring Magazine has the awards they're doing later on this week on the 11th, and they had Daniel Dubois, Angelo Leo, a couple of other guys for comeback of the year. They didn't have Zerto, but to me, the comeback of the year is Zerto. All he did last year was whoop ass and take belts. That was literally it. Beat the shit out of Arsene Goulamarian, took his belt. Beat the shit out of Chris Billum Smith, took his belt. That's comeback of the year for me.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Did you make a video about Usyk? Is he going back to Cruiser for sure?
I mean, they are talking about it. It's just a question of when, because they are talking about it. It's not like it's some shit that I speculated. They are talking about it. The question is, when does he do this? When does it? Because if you're gonna do this to me,
when the road become, hold on, can I answer that? When the road to undisputed become less traveled, and somebody has to pick up the belt for him, i.e. Ja.
Yeah.
What about Dubois comeback of the year?
I mean, like if Zerto wasn't there, then I would give it to Daniel Dubois if he wasn't there. But Daniel's fight, right? Daniel's fight with Anthony Joshua, which is really the fuel for that argument. You were already a champion going into that. You were already a champion. And when I look at you, just being honest, because I'm not trying to shit on him, I don't see a major change. Like you're not.
How did he win the belt? Was it emailed to him, or did he?
No, it was emailed to him. It was emailed to him.
What the fuck, dude?
Didn't he beat Hergovich,
dude?
But the shit. No, that was for the Hergovich fight. Was for the interim. That was for the interim.
So what you're saying right now is that he got to email the belt from a guy that fucking beat him?
Yes, literally, bro.
Bro, yeah, that's what happened. That's the IBF for you.
No, ponlo tú. Compare that, and it's not dick riding like your dog. Pressure fighters like Zerto do not usually change. They usually stay the same. They're like David Lemieux. David Lemieux at 168 is David Lemieux at 160, bro. Nothing changed. Miguel Burchell. Pressure fighters don't change. Now, that pressure fighters don't change. Zerto did a full one. He's a boxer now, bro. He is a full-on boxer.
Here's the argument I could see for that, though. I guess for what I think they might even be doing to like put him on the list, from where Zerto was at, his L before he came here was okay. You got dominated by Dimitri Bivol. Dubois, he was starting out. That dude was just a bum quitter. That's what the perception was. You were a bum quitter. Your career was over. There was no reason for you to be around. Get the fuck out of the sport. You're a loser. That's basically what it was. He turned back from like,
no, wait a minute,
yes,
wait a minute.
absolutely.
You telling me that when people was watching Dimitri Bivol slap this man around for 36 minutes, they weren't thinking that? And then when they watch him, wait, and then for the Gabe Rosado fight, did he or did he not come in 14 pounds over?
Bro.
But he didn't. He wasn't getting his ass whooped. And also,
stop it. Let's start like this. I didn't see Zerto Ramirez sit down and say, you know what? I had enough after a swivel jab.
True.
Nobody else saw that. That shit was pitiful.
Bro, and then he also got crucified because, like you said, he had to scan his belt for malware because that shit came from an email.
What?
Bro. What? I know that's you, Julio. Listen, man, I can make an interesting case for Angelo Leo, man, because he literally came back from obscurity.
Bro, literally, Mayweather promotions.
No. If you're talking about comeback of the year, it's three guys: is Zerto, is Daniel, and Angelo. But to me, I'm gonna give that to the guy who got the most done, and that's Zerto. He's not just a champion; he's a unified champion.
I can't include fucking Daniel Dubois on that list, dude. I'm sorry.
You could because wait a minute. At the end of 2023, like I see the case. Like, is he a close second? Yes, I would say he's a close second to Zerto. When 2023 ended, bro, everybody thought it was a wrap for him. Like, bro, you really got knocked out by a jab, bro.
You could throw Joseph Parker on there.
No, Jules. He didn't really get knocked out by a jab. He gave up.
Well, he quit.
Yeah,
He quit.
He quit.
So I see
what
the
about Joe
case. I
Parker?
see. Yeah, Joe's. It's not that Joe's not doing his thing. It's that you're not the only one who had to come back from something. There's a couple of fighters that had to come back from something. This is the one that got the most done since then. Zerto. He did. He's not just a champion. He's a champion at a new weight, and he's a unified champion at a new weight. Yeah, he's all the way back, and then some. You weren't even a unified champion at super middle.
On the topic of comebacks, 2025, who's coming back?
The Charlos.
That's a crazy prediction.
No.
We are talking about.
I didn't say it's going to come back. Wait, can I finish? I didn't say they was going to do something, but they are coming back.
Okay, let's say incredible comeback, like oh shit, this guy fucking like nailed it.
Bro,
Oh my god,
no one can predict that, bro. That's not predictable.
I'm just saying, like, what do you guys think? Like, who's like what? David Haney? Like,
right, Don. To answer your question, we must first look at who needs a comeback. So that's Tim Kazoo, because he spent all last year getting his ass beat. Right?
Oh, dude, that he ain't coming back, bro.
I'm just saying, these are the people that need to have a comeback. Errol Spence Jr., who's rumored to be returning to action at the end of March.
That's 2 years ago. His comeback was supposed to happen this year, bro. Or last year.
Yeah,
That's literally 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And the Charlo's coming back. That's too early. They're coming back in 2027. So stop.
I'm just saying, Stephen said they coming back. Now, what they gonna do when they get here, I don't know, but they are coming back.
Bro, Mike Tyson came back. Mike Tyson came back.
I'm not talking about literally like come back, like, oh, I'm in the ring again. I'm talking about who's gonna like come back.
Okay, for the comebacks that you talking about, we gotta look at the dudes. We gotta look at the dudes that need a comeback, because for there to be a comeback, there has to have been some kind of an adversity. So who's in a position where they need a comeback? Tim Zoo, Errol Spence, Philippe Hergovic, right?
Jules, Tyson came back. Tyson came back before Errol. Like, bro,
True.
Errol's done with, bro. Errol's over with.
I only brought up Errol because the latest story that's out there right now, literally right now, is the Fundora fight is supposed to go down at the end of March, and De Los Santos versus Frank Martin is on the undercard. That's the only reason I brought it.
I'll tell you,
fight, dude. I'll tell you, needs to come back. Actually, needs retirement, but comeback Luis Alberto Lopez, because holy shit, that knockout.
Yeah, he needs to come, but I don't think. But bro, let's be real. That dude got a brain bleed. He is not coming back. Who got a brain bleed, bro? Like, yeah, it's a wrap for him, bro.
I keep saying Munguia.
Yeah, Munguia.
And he is gonna knock that dude out. Like, let's be fucking,
that's a possible
fucking real. Let's be fucking. He's gonna beat
you came back from embarrassment,
bro.
AJ that's a shoe-in comeback. That's a shoe-in. That's not gonna be a surprise comeback.
Whoever wins that fight, Julio. Whoever wins that fight. Whoever wins that fight.
Subriel Matias.
Oh, he needs
he came back already, bro, because he won. He fought a dude.
Who did he fight?
A guy.
Just a guy.
I mean, back as a champion, back as a world champion, man.
Shout out to Jerry. Two-Tone and Benavidez are friends. Drop by for that smoke. What smoke? To argue about what?
Benavidez numbers.
Bro, I don't got. Listen, if you think I want to spend my afternoon or my morning, like, do you think I want to spend my morning talking about David Benavidez, bro? Do you know how insane that is, bro?
with Two-Tone the superstar, no less.
Right?
Julius is talking about his big.
Oh, it's about to get musty. I say that respectfully.
He's talking about his big brother. Two-Tone is calling for his brother, for his big brother.
Right, that's what it. Yeah, that's how you like. You could like. What is it that the points you were making aren't working? So you want me to go talk to Two-Tone now? I appreciate the super chat, Jerry. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Santiago Cervantes. David Bitch Tits Benavidez gets whooped by all three. Jerry said, kudos. You got Grown Men Believe in Bud versus Errol Part 2. How do I got him believing that? What? Like,
what are you talking about?
What?
What does that even mean?
What the fuck?
Bro,
I mean,
Who believes
I literally don't know, dog. Like,
I think Minister
literally.
Farrakhan is tripping, man.
This guy's having a conversation with himself.
Yeah,
all I said was that the rumor that's out there right now is that Errol and Sebastian are gonna fight at the end of March. That's literally what's out there right now. But as far as Errol coming back,
I've been hearing that for 5 years now.
yo, la vaina es que realistically, if this is a boxing match, yeah, Errol about to go to the hospital, bro. You about to get fucked up, bro. Like, I'm sorry, and it ain't cause Sebastian's special.
I'm sorry, but the mummy needs to come back too, bro. Like, why are they keeping the mummy down?
Nah, because that Japanese, bro.
Yeah,
that Japanese boy
down, dude.
Japanese boy whooped his ass, bro. He whooped his ass. You didn't see that shit?
No.
That Indy Hirioka whooped his ass.
No.
Yeah.
Knocked him into next week, bro. What was it? Counter overhand left?
Yeah, he whooped. And
He could
yo,
become
not
a
for
fighter of the
nothing.
year too.
Ray, what you think about Angelo going to Japan for Tomoko Kamita?
Wait, Angelo. Angelo Leo.
Yeah. Angelo Leo, 126.
I haven't watched a Kameda fight in a fucking long time.
I don't like that
I guess
fight,
I'll probably take Leo though.
I don't like that fight.
I don't think.
bro.
I don't think.
Wait, is that the guy who speaks Spanish?
Yeah.
He's in his Winky Right era, man. I believe in
Mexican Japonese.
We'll see. I don't mind. I don't mind that fight, but when I heard Top Rank had options on him, I thought they would make a unification match. They just going to ship him to Japan, I guess. Fuck it. Fuck.
It's IBF, right?
Yeah, IBF. He got the IBF.
It's because Kameda had dibs for a while. I think that's why. Like, I feel like he's been like in that position for a minute.
I mean, I don't like his chances in Japan. I don't. What else? He could, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Japanese don't have a history of robbing guys, right?
They robbed that Nicaraguan dude in the what's it called fight? In the Taraji fight. I saw that.
Yeah, but they robbed Murata. Yeah, but they robbed Murata, and he's Japanese, bro.
Hey man, they changing their ways, bro. They robbed what's his name? The Ukrainian there, bro. They robbed the dude for Taraji. Hey, they might be changing. Oh no, never mind. They reverse robbed one of their own guys. I take that back. What's his name? Kosei Tanaka.
So did y'all? Oh yeah, I heard about that. Did y'all see Tim Bradley on 3 knockdown rule that he basically doubled down on what he said that Usyk is not an ATG?
Yeah.
No, you know what I just heard 20 minutes ago? He was on Boxing Gems Live. I was listening to it, and he was like, "Oh no." He basically said the same thing you said, Jules. Where he's all-time great, just not all-time great heavyweight. He like pivoted to that.
Tim, if you listening, because I know you be listening, we got to do this, dog. We got to have this debate, dog. Don't duck no shit. Don't duck no smoke, Tim. You didn't duck no smoke when you was active, bro. Because he commented on the last video I did about it. You know what I'm saying?
He basically said Usyk is an all-time great, just not all-time great heavyweight.
Jerry said your Benavidez hate Crawford PBC all over. I literally don't know what that means.
Does he mean you're right? Because you were right.
Bro, go have unprotected sex with Benavidez.
I don't no, because the shit is that
Yo, don't confuse it with Zerto. Come on, man. Stop.
It's sex.
No skin to skin.
No, because I get it, because he likes Benavidez too much for condom sex. Like, bro, come on now.
There you go.
Yeah, I get it. Jerry wants to be a little scrappy.
Fight on your hands.
But I just feel that he's saying that because a lot of the arguments he making, like, there's no argument to have when I say that Canelo threw less punches than David, but actually scored a knockout, or that you couldn't do the Vosdick, an older Vosdick at that. What Artur did to him, what was it, 5 years ago? You just not who they say you are, and I maintain that you're not who they say you are. You're only fighting David Morell now because you ain't trying to deal with these animals out here. Before you landed on David Morell, what did Turkey tell you? I will get you the winner of that fight. You wanted to fight David Morell more, I guess. Turkey told you that. That's not some shit. That's not me making shit up or connecting dots and making inferences. Turkey literally told you, yo, after that fight, I'll get you the winner. What do? Oh, I need to go fight David Morell now. Hey.
You rather unify the interim belts, you know, so.
Undisputed interim champion, bro. The first. He gonna get all them shits, bro.
Dude, him and Gervonta are the two undisputed interim champs.
Yeah, they the secondary champs of our lives, bro.
Yeah,
shout out to Jack.
I've never fucking seen anything like it ever.
Ever. Jack is asking, do I think T.O. ducked Matias? Look, you want my honest opinion? Yes, I believe he ducked him because no matter what, even though
Catterall?
I think no, Matias.
No, Jack Catterall.
No. The name of the guy is Jack, and he's asking me, do I think Teofimo? Yeah, he ducked him, bro. To me, he ducked him. Like,
Simone, yeah.
To me, he ducked him. He ducked him.
But what was the reason why he rejected the fight?
He didn't say.
He didn't give. Was not enough money.
They said, yeah, money. Apparently,
no.
The insinuation.
That's a good fight for Tio.
Wait a minute. He's saying if you go to his page, he's saying that he has something else planned. That's what he's saying. We could make the inference that it's money. We could make the inference. What it looks like, just outwardly, based on what he's doing, you're waiting out your top rank deal. You're waiting for it to expire. That's what it looks like.
But is he doing something that's going to be cheaper? Something he's going to make less money on? No, that would never be his next move.
I mean, like, be realistic. Wait. One at a time. Be realistic. What the fuck is he gonna do? There's not a lot of money fights. If you feel me, like it's not like it's a bunch of money fights at 140 or 147, unless you about to go fight Ryan. That's right. Like if it's Ryan, then okay. But is that what Ryan wants?
There's Devin also. That could be a money fight, Devin.
Yeah, but well, in fairness, I think Devin turned him down. In fairness,
fuck, really?
I think Devin turned him down. I think he did. Yeah.
Dude, Devin would beat him.
Look, why you think I'm tired of these guys, bro? I'm just tired.
They want
of
money,
these guys,
bro. They're too.
You don't think Pitbull and T.O. will be a money fight?
Listen,
if you made it, but Pitbull about to fight. Pitbull about to fight in June. If they made it, Clavo, yeah, that's a good. Like, yeah, that would make. I think that would make money. T.O. and Pitbull, but he about to fight Angel Fierro. He about to fight Angel Fierro. Like, it's not like he's out there.
Good
he's
fight.
Available.
Listen, Teofimo is not avoiding Matias because he's scared. I think it's the money.
No, Don, I'm gonna be real with you. I do think he's scared. Go back and watch the Claggett fight. Maning. Go back and watch the Claggett fight. You couldn't knock out Claggett.
It's not even that, but the guy has leaky defense.
Maning, mírale la cara after the fight. Claggett lumped him up. If Claggett lumped him up, you don't think Matias could lump him up?
I don't know, dude.
Dude, his both eyes were swollen. He had little cuts. Look, once again, if you cannot get Steve Claggett, a domestic level Canadian fighter, to chill out. You're not getting Matias to chill out.
I get your point there. I get your point, but also you got to realize that Teofimo does better in bigger fights.
Do you know what?
I'm just saying he's got a track record of it when he's in bigger fights.
But he takes one big fight every couple of years.
Dude, tell the whole story. You fought, and this is not excuses. These are the facts. Lomachenko with an injured shoulder, or Josh Taylor, who had not fought in a year and was coming off of plantar fasciitis. That's not me freestyling. Those are literally the facts.
Wait, can I also say something about that too? Like, what's it called? He does better in big fights. Okay, let's go back to the Loma fight. A fight that you won 7-5 realistically and was kind of boring, very uneventful. The Josh Taylor fight, I've told people this. Remove the idea that Josh Taylor is like gonna beat the life out of him. It's not really a fight he does insanely well in. He dances a bunch of times, which doesn't get you points, and he's losing rounds.
Yeah. But also, can we also be self-aware about the fact that, okay, bro, his big fights are 2 fights.
Basically. One of the main, look, the most damning thing, wait. The most damning thing, you made 5 appearances as a super lightweight. You only look good once. Out of 5. You didn't look good with Jermaine Ortiz. You didn't look good with Sandor Martin. You really didn't look good with Steve Claggett. You won, but you scraped the win. You scraped it. And With Pedro Campos, it's like, well, you didn't look bad, but you didn't look great.
Yeah.
In the time it has taken Teofimo to maybe get another big fight, Angelo Leo has had a whole ass comeback and won a title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that shit is
what are we
like
doing here?
Yeah, it'll be like me
I
saying
still stand by the fact that if he were to fight Matias, he would be more focused.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it because some part of this, before I pass it to Julio, some part of this does boil down to durability, and I'm telling you that I don't trust that he's durable enough to withstand the punches that get in. Something is gonna get in. If Claggett could hit you and scratch your face up, yeah, Matias could do that, but he hits harder.
Yeah.
He hits harder.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out. Go ahead, Julio.
That shit would be like saying, like, oh yeah, remember that big shot I made in the basketball game, and I went for like 1 for 80. Like he has two big fights. That's it.
Spread across 5 years. Because the Loma fight, it doesn't feel like it, but yo, that shit was 5 years ago, bro. That shit was a minute ago.
How you said that Teofimo is mostly a Hulu theater fighter? Before the pandemic, he fought Comey in the big room, right? And then the pandemic and everything changed as far as cost-benefit analysis, regarding how they're going to spend money on fighters. And he doesn't want to be realistic with the payouts.
I mean, realistic is that if you look, it's simple with fighters. The promoter doesn't want you to fail, contrary to the opinions of the Bleeding Hearts, because when you succeed, they succeed. It's their money that's being poured into you. So they want you to do well. If you could sell 10,000 tickets, 15,000, 20,000, you would. You don't because you can't. It's very simple. It's not complicated. If you could fill out the big room fighting Dique Pedro Campa, go ahead. They would want you to because that's not an expensive fight. You don't sell like that, bro. That's the reality. And outside of a small minority online, you not big time, bro. And it's okay. A lot of motherfuckers not big time. The problem with the American boxers, they all think they big time. They all think that shit. Like, yeah, Devin, I'm not buying that fight. And I buy a lot of shit. But if it's you and Broner or you and Cobbs, you can suck my dick because I'm not buying that fight. You got a lot of fucking nerve.
Man,
Yeah, it's kind of a thing where like it's like, bro, if you guys are all stars, then nobody's a star.
Basically.
Man, Teofimo's the fucking Al Bundy of boxing. Like, oh yeah, I was big that one time.
Hulk high, bro. Hulk high, bro.
Don't respect Al Bundy like that, man.
For real, don't even do that. Like Al used to get bitches. Shout out to Jerry. Your hate is illogical. Your stances have no substance. You are the only channel that feels this way. He lost his last fight. He will duck. Yeah, he's gonna duck, bro. What are you still arguing about? You know he ain't gonna fight the winner of that fight. I don't know what the fuck you want. Gooch said it. David, he's not going. You think he started talking? You think that him and his father all of a sudden started talking about Zerto because they want to fucking fight? Like, come on, bro. Wake up and smell the coffee, bro.
Even if this is the only channel that's skeptical of David, that's fucking argumentum ad populum, dummy. It's illogical.
Basically.
Nah, the IBF does the same thing too. We feel the same thing at IBF.
I get tired of the whole David conversation. It's like he never petitioned. He never pressured the WBC to mandate the fight. So, like, just shut the fuck up.
More than that. No, more than that. More than that. That you're saying this is the only channel that trashes David. There was once a time where Galileo was the only guy saying that we're not the center of the universe. Guess who turned out to be right? Galileo, but not the majority. So, what kind of fucking argument is that?
I just get tired of that fucking argument already. Just like learn the
reason that the other channels are always cock riding dick is because they need the interviews, bro. I don't do interviews for that. Like, I don't want to be that guy that's dependent on interviews to be able to make content. So no, I'm not gonna ride nothing, motherfucker.
Fight hype with David Benavidez is like MSNBC with Kamala Harris. Where it's just like they're just on top. It's like I get it.
Ellie's setback is a Rachel Maddow of fucking boxing.
Bro, it's like wow, yes, I get it. David is so brave and he looks amazing in a pantsuit. Like, bro, who gives a
Anybody dumb?
Setback is more like just
got out of a
innocent.
meeting with. I just got out of a meeting with Biden. He's sharp as a tack. He just knew every answer, and he was right there with us in the meeting. He was right there with us.
Oh no, let's not even get political.
The way they talk about Biden is the way they talk about is the way these Spence fans talk about Errol.
Shout out to the Gooch. If David wins the interim undisputed light heavyweight title, Mirage and Jerry Soriano will call for David to retire. There's nothing left to prove.
He's the greatest
interim champion of all time.
He's the greatest. Bro, ain't that like Bret Hart? Because he was like the Intercontinental, but was he ever the full champ?
Yes, he was.
No, he was.
Yeah, he was, bro.
He was.
He was, man. He put the WWF on his back, bro.
Because I remember when I was a kid, he was the Intercontinental for like a millennia, bro. Like
because Hogan was still around. He was still like the big draw.
When he lost to Shawn Michaels and he punched Vince in the face because he got fucked over, I think he was the world champion at that time.
No,
he was, yeah,
world champion for like most of the mid '90s because he was like the only draw they had when WCW was kicking their ass, and he was mostly in Canada too. So it's like he was keeping them afloat.
Julius, I have a question.
That guy was a legit wrestler.
Wait, go ahead, Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
No, if David Benavidez wins this fight against David Morell, is he worthy of interim Hall of Fame inductee?
You know what? I think
he's interim pound for pound top 10.
He's he's under the pound for pound list, Leo. Like under it and behind it, that's where I would rank him, bro. That's where I would rank him. Shout out to Open the Gates. The American boxing scene equals talking about fight. Pretty much. That's American boxing, bro. It's not.
My bad.
It's not that we don't have nobody. There's a good number of fights that you can make. For example, and I said this in 2 videos already. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney 2 is huge. It's huge.
That's a huge fight.
It's huge.
But they're not gonna do it.
But they're not doing it.
Bro, can I add to that point that American boxing is mostly about talking? What if I told you that the Boxing Voice is basically the View of boxing?
Bro. Yo, whoa.
That's what it is, bro.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Fucking nail on the head right there. That is absolutely 100% true.
Wait, so y'all call it? Wait. Y'all calling Nesta Joy Behar? And
two-tone Joy Behar.
Who's Whoopi? Who's Whoopi, dude?
Yeah, two-tone gotta be Whoopi. Yo,
it's all about drama, bro.
Wait. Y'all not gonna give me no beef shit. Nestor, I ain't say that shit, bro. That was one of
I
these.
did. Virtuoso said that.
I ain't say that shit.
Put it on tape. Put it on wax.
Get mad at me. Shout out to Jack.
Nestor needs to get a classy blouse.
Yes, Jack, that's how I've always had that fight. I've always had Subriel Matias beating Richardson Hitchens, and I still do. Domo said David will go to the hall for the only unified interim titleist to not fight the big boy titleist. Probably. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie. In fairness, because the American boxing scene is so dry, if he do duck Artur, and I'm fairly confident he's going to, if he ducks Artur or Dimitri, I do like the Zurdo Ramirez fight. Yeah, it's a good fight. I think that's a good fight.
To your point, you know what's crazy is we're getting the rematch of Bivol for Garcia and Haney. Like they over marinate, they marinate fucking rematches in America.
Thank you. Open the gates.
There are at least 5 good fights that you could make in America that would absolutely move the needle. Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, Lopez versus Ryan Garcia, and to a lesser extent, Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. All of those fights would move the needle. All of them. Whoever mic that is, fix that shit.
Yeah, that shit sounds like ass.
Is that me?
The feedback.
Shout out to Open the Gates, the Boxing View. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I still want to see somebody become interim undisputed, man. That shit's hilarious.
He got to fight that
David is
German
gonna pull
kid.
it off, man.
He got to fight that.
How?
Who's the German kid that beat Jean Pascal? Michael Eifert. You gotta fight.
Yo, you gotta go for fucking obscure ass fighters, bro. Who got fucking interim.
I don't
titles.
even think he has an interim title though. I don't even know if the IBS has.
Yo,
They'll make one up,
I was about
bro.
to ask.
This
I was
is
about to ask
boxing,
that.
man.
What happened to him though?
They
Wasn't
will
he
make
supposed
one
to
up
be
to make money.
Wasn't he supposed to be the IBF mandatory, beating Jean
Yeah.
Pascal?
What
Wow,
happened
bro.
to that?
The earth just
I mean-
swallowed him up, I guess. I'm
They
saying.
probably just paid
You know
him
how
a
the
nickel, to
IBF
be
is.
honest.
They're
I don't think
super-
he gets paid like that.
Is there an IBF interim belt?
No,
I
there
don't think
is.
so.
There is. No,
Could
there
have.
is.
Okay.
There is. There
Rarely
is.
though.
Man,
But
don't
you
get
rarely
me
see
started.
it. The reason you rarely see it is because once the interim is installed, the order to fight is not far behind that. So you're not gonna have an IBF interim champion that was interim for like 2-3 years. Like, nah, once the interim get crowned, the order to fight the champion usually comes down right
Well,
after
unless
that.
you're Murtasaliev.
True, but that's his fucking fault. He kept stepping aside. They
Yeah.
ordered it. He kept stepping aside.
Yeah, should have pushed him to get that fight with Charlo.
If David ducks, you get $100. If not, I get a wrench.
Yeah,
All
right.
Get the
right.
fuck.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
If he
Man,
want
wanna
if
be
he
down
want to
so
give me
bad.
$100 for some shit I seen coming a mile away, several parking lots away, go ahead, bro. I'll take you, hundo. I'll
Man, he
take
didn't
it.
even give you the first
this is
100,
the-
man.
This will be the best.
Several
This will be the
parking
best.
lots.
Hang on.
For
Yeah, this will be
real.
the best. If he ducks the winner of the fight and goes up to cruiserweight, but it's better be who wins, and he also moves up to cruiserweight.
Jerry, I'm disappointed in you, man. You spending money just to lose arguments, man.
I mean, you already lost. I mean, you already lost because a couple of years ago, didn't he petition the WBC to stay at 168 to avoid Arthur?
Literally, yes.
Yes.
They offered literally they offered him Artur. He's like, nah, I'm good. I want to stay at 68. Like, bro,
You know what's
like,
funny? I remember I used to use that as an argument because I remember some people got on Stevenson and said, "Oh, why did he get a WBC title shot so fast?" And I was like, "Bro, this isn't the first time they did it. They gave the same shot to David. And if you guys don't
Exactly.
realize why that happened, it's because he didn't want it, bro."
And they still making this like, look, man, it's cool, Jerry. You could keep hope alive as long as you can. I'm telling you, I'm 100% confident he is not gonna fight the winner of that fight. 100%. And there are very few things in boxing where I'm that presumptuous, but yeah, he is 100% not fighting the winner of that fight at all. He'll hide behind it's got to be in Vegas. Oh, my mother got to come. Something going to go wrong. The tires are bare. They don't got no tread. Something is going to go wrong. And he's not going to fight the winner of that fight.
Yo, speaking of useless interim guys, what's Buatsi doing?
Oh, he bought the fight. No, he bought to fight Callum Smith, bro.
Callum Smith, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's from February.
That's a good ass fight.
Turkey card.
That's a
I
good
forgot
ass
about
fight.
that
Yeah,
shit.
that's a good ass fight, bro. Shit, I don't even being real. I don't even know if he going to win that.
No,
Yo, you heard that bullshit about Simon Jordan
no
calling Callum Smith a two-weight division champion?
Yeah,
How?
he's bugging. What was the second division where he won the title? Fuck. Because it
Nowhere
wasn't light
weight.
heavyweight. Light heavyweight.
Wait, what?
He caught Callum Smith a 2-weight world champion.
Maybe that was a slip of the tongue. That's probably what that was.
Or maybe he's just stupid.
Yeah, you know Simon
Yeah.
don't watch. Simon don't watch a lot of boxing, bro. Like he just watched Tyson Fury fights. Like that was
It's
it.
like
Like,
when
Crystal
that,
Palace football.
It's like when that one dude called what's it called? He called Fortuna like a 3-time champion at Ryan's fight, and I was like, that's wrong. I don't know where that's coming from.
Man, what the fuck was Fortuna a 3-time champion?
I was like, he's never won a belt before. That's a bit odd.
Maybe Scrabble, maybe
We're
Scrabble.
talking about tuna fish sandwich being a 3
Bro, I
What?
swear that shit happened. I was so confused, bro. I was like, 3-time? I must be missing something.
Because
No,
that's
it's the
the new
3-time
no,
bingo
that's-
champion of the world.
That's the new bullshit to do. Pretend that the dude he fighting is nice. Like they tried to call Ryan elite early. I'm like, Ryan is elite? And they said Tank knocks elite opponents down like a sack of potatoes. I'm like, Ryan is elite? Fuck out of here, bro. Like, what? Shout out to Jerry. Coach, Ring IQ listeners support Jules. Oh, yeah, they do, I guess. You know, but I don't know, man. David, you know what I mean?
Canada.
Now I'll be back. I gotta take a shit.
Go ahead, man.
Hope
Get away.
everything
I
comes
can't
out.
imagine spending my money like that, bro. He had to spend at least 50 today.
Interloaf, motherfucker.
Yo, what the fuck was that,
No,
bro?
but,
All right,
I
I
gotta-
gotta shout out to
It's
Drew.
so
because,
obvious.
in one of his super chats. He had this Kiana Duford chick, and she fine. She fine.
Yeah, I saw her, man.
Hey, country.
Yeah.
Country.
What's up?
Hey, when are you gonna come to the city next?
Man, I was down there not long ago. Shit.
Dude, give me a call, bro. Let's have a beer.
Yeah, well, I can't right now. I'm on heart meds, so but I'll still call you and we can hang out.
Well, fucking have a bitters and soda.
Yeah, exactly.
While Jules sets the table, who do you guys got? Opataya, Zerto?
Opataya.
Yeah, I think we did this prediction before. I don't think Zerto's
interesting fight. I mean, I think Opataya should have the edge, but what, like Jules says, is like, what is Zerto going to do on the inside, and how is that going to affect him?
If Opataya Opataya, I think he's. This depends on Opataya, to be honest. If Opataya stays disciplined and stays at range for the entire night, I think it's an easy win. But if he gets those late rounds and he starts thinking, you know what, I've kind of had my way with Zerto for a little bit, I want to just start scrapping with them, I think that's when it can become a problem.
Well, also that's the problem. If Opataya is insane, and is gonna want to fucking rumble with that guy.
But also too, with Opataya's gas tank. I mean,
So that's what I'm getting at. Like, I think that Opataya's like athleticism and his power and his explosiveness, they're both skill. They both have skills, but his like physical attributes for me will give him the edge. But I could see the fact that he's such a big puncher. I think the fact that he's so like explosive is why he gets tired. Like he has so much of that fucking fast twitch muscle shit that he just gasses out late. I could see maybe Zerto winning late rounds and making.
Doesn't Zerto have a longer reach than Jai too?
No.
Yeah, he does actually.
No, I don't think so.
And you know what what also concerns me about that whole thing is that there's got to be something to that tire around his waist. It's like Navarrete, It's like he's got endless fuel to burn.
Like that's a tanque.
Yeah, he's in Mexican guy shape.
Yeah, he's gonna have like that fat reserve, that energy reserve, just to keep going 12 rounds, and give you fucking hell. So
like he ate a bunch of tacos and drank a 12-pack of the Modelo.
Yeah, he did some Modelo's and he fucking
he just laid a roof down, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like he just laid a roof down, dude. Roofers have crazy like stamina.
I'm just gonna say this about. Hold on. I'm just gonna say this about the fight. Two things that are crucial here. One is gonna be Opataya's gas tank, and two, Zerto's chin. Both of those are gonna hold up.
Well, Zerto's conditioning too. Zerto has excellent conditioning.
Yeah.
Zerto has a chin.
That's something that really concerns me.
When have you guys ever seen Zerto buzzed?
Actually, he has the athleticism of a.
Can I ask how many like hard punches has Zerto really fought over his career?
Not as big as Opataya. That's true. That is true.
Not as big, but the two champions that he fought, there were punchers.
Joe Smith was
he fought Joe Smith Jr., right? He fought Joe Smith, right?
Yeah. But
Joe Smith has decent pop, but not cruiserweight. Not like cruiserweight pop.
No, but he fought two champions. Wait. He fought two champions, and those two guys were punchers.
And they were natural.
They did.
But the question is punchers.
Carlos Smith is a puncher. If nothing else.
But Opataya took Breedis when he fought Breedis, he took his best punches too.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Zerto really hurting him. It's more just like I don't know. It's like it's the amount that he's gonna hit him possibly late that would be a worry.
But I think Zerto's really good condition. He's really well conditioned. I don't see him getting dropped.
Like what's it called? A body shot. I think is like that. That's enough to do a lot of damage to guys late in fights. And I see a lot of.
He's like the type of shape.
Y'all talking about Opataya, Zerto?
Zerto.
Yeah.
Zerto, the better fight.
It is.
Zerto has the conditioning of a guy who has like ladders on the top of his car. Like he has.
It is, but I just wonder if he could take that power. That's all I'm really wondering. If he can take that power, then this is Opataya might be in trouble because it's like, bro, look at your last fight, 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Look at the one before that. They all end quickly.
But I think that's why is because like he's so explosive that he gasses out. Like he has so much fast twitch muscle fiber that it zaps his energy. And I could see Zerto winning late rounds just boxing. Smart.
He's got to learn how to pace himself.
The thing is that if you, who's making all that noise? The
Sorry
thing is
about
that
that.
if Zerto,
that was me.
If Zerto could take the power for the first 5, I actually think he's going to be okay. If he can take the power for the first 5, that's when Opataya really gets these guys out of there, whether it's usually around the first half of the fight, whether it's Jack Macy or Elizarro or Jordan Thompson or David Naika, it's usually in the first couple of rounds. And I'm like, yo, Zerto is not a pushover though. Like, bro, this dude never been knocked down.
I would say 2 points. I think that Jai Opataya not only like starts laying it on early, but he figures people out early too. Like it's also like he gets his range pretty early too. But I would also post you a fantasy fight. Jai Opataya trained by Memo Heredia versus Zerto Ramirez.
I mean, if you want me to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he is on something. My perspective on boxers is completely different. They're all so blasé when it comes to the pet issue that it gives it away that most of y'all are on pets because you're all so blasé about it now. Look at David Benavidez. Even if he is on steroids, I'm gonna still beat him. Yeah, because you're on something. What the fuck?
Yeah. Translation. I'm on stronger shit than he is.
Yeah. Like why would you? You about to go
have a better masking agent.
You about to go have a fight with a dude. Why wouldn't you care if he were using something extra? You about to go have a whole 36-minute fight with a dude. The only reason you would be that blasé about it is if you want some shit too. And that's what whole thing is about.
All right, so
they need to start doing like, you know how Matchroom does.
Yeah, Julio.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know how Matchroom does face-offs? They need to get like the PED drug dealers or these fighters to be like to debate who has the best shit.
For real,
like there's no way your steroids are stronger than mine.
Just use these boxing matches as advertisements, just like my fighter was on my performance enhancer. Look how he beat the shit out of this dude.
For real, like the shit is it's silly to pretend that like when I look at Jai, I don't want to put him in a negative light, but I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's on something. It's just, he's so lean, but he's so strong, and I'm like, well,
but he's Samoan, bro. They're like genetic.
I was gonna say that they're like them dudes though. Them dudes hit hard, bro. Have y'all seen David Tua? That man don't look a day over 40, bro.
Yeah. Vada needs to regulate Samoan genetics. Like, if you have a certain amount of Samoan in you, you got to fight at least 3 weight classes.
Yeah, you got to fight a rhino, then fight a boxer. Like you got to fight the rhino first to soften.
Bro, Donald Trump has to build a wall around these Polynesian islands.
For real, yo. Like, these dudes is dangerous. It could just be that he's a fucking psychopath, because he does look like a psychopath.
So this fight,
Dude, he looks like just listening to him talk, to me, he's like 2 seconds away from being Chris Benoit. Like, he just gives off that type of energy.
Whoa.
That's
this dude, because this dude he talks about fighting like that shit makes him hard. No homo.
Bro, one of these, the thing is, one of these days we're gonna be watching him fight, and he's gonna get a fucking boner right in the middle of the fucking fight, and we're not gonna know if we should keep watching.
I know what we're not keep watching. You may have questions.
Oh my god!
Like he's fucking that dude up, but I don't think I want to watch.
Mirage will keep watching.
They gotta film on the waist up, man. For real.
Bro, like if you're listening to this stream, go watch one of his interviews. This dude talks about fighting like this shit is like sex. Paul.
Word, like when he was talking about when he got hit in the head earlier today, he was talking about, I seen an interview and he was like, yo, it looked like he's about to get a boner. Like, well, he punched me and I hit it.
So, yeah,
like my head. This cheeky cunt.
Naika hit his G spot. Like his G spot is in his face.
What the Jesus Christ?
Hit him in the prostate, bro.
Hey, Jules, do you think that Itama will ever fight Wardley over in Britain?
Nah, you want my honest opinion? I think I like Fabio though, but I think he might lose soon.
It depends. Like if they take Itayuma the world title route, like if they take him the British route, bro, that's a huge fight.
But they're taking him the world title route because for those that don't know, Joseph Parker has the WBO interim, but he's about to be stripped because he's fighting Daniel Dubois. They want to put that interim title on the line in the Justice Hooney fight for Italma. So that would put him one fight away from fighting for the full title. I think that's a mistake. Like, bro, that dude is 20. You don't gotta do none of that right now.
It's more realistic that he fights this guy, the British, heavyweight champion. I mean, being like a champion.
He ain't gonna fight David Adelaide. They already scrapped that. They both.
No, I'm talking about this guy, Wardley. Like, you should fight Wardley.
He's Commonwealth.
Actually, wait, I kind of understand it.
No, he got the Lonsdale belt for the heavyweight fight.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Go ahead, Ray.
Because it's like, realistically, Usyk's not going to be around for long. Was he like damn near 40? I say that gives it like you maybe like a year or two tops before those belts go vacant, and then realistically after that, it's like, hey, if you could get a clear shot to a belt, fuck it, why not?
I dig it, but once you got a belt, you got the problems, bro. Them motherfuckers gonna start bothering you. He 20. I don't know, like, I don't want to sound like I'm coddling the dude, right? But it's like, yo, you really need that right now? That dude is 20. You want him fighting for
how much
interim
people
titles.
Gonna really bother him though?
No, but Julius, what I think is happening here, that his team, his manager, they're watching him and they're thinking, this is the next Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
So we're going to fast track him and we're going to make huge amounts of money because this motherfucker is good and he can knock people out. So we're going to break bank. I don't know if that's the best for his development, but look, if he goes for it, God bless him.
I'm saying I would pick him to beat Jared Anderson now. I would pick him to beat Richard Torres now. Y'all know who the dark horse of the division is? That's Bakadir Jalalov. I don't know about all that shit. I don't know if you're gonna beat him. No, he's around. He's got a fight coming up. He's got a fight coming up. He's around. He's back, and he has a fight coming up.
IBA fight.
You're probably right. Fucking I don't know if Moses is ready for a Nagit Kabayel. I don't know if Moses is ready for a Zhang, a Bakoli, these kinds of people. I don't know if he's ready for them, but if you get a belt, those are the people that are gonna come after you. They're gonna come after you, bro. And you're what, 20? The other thing is that I ain't trying to say Justice Huni is all that, but I don't know for sure if Moses beats him. I gotta see it. I don't know if I don't know if you beat that dude. Like, that's it. That seems risky because Huni could fight.
Atomic cannot skip steps. I understand you want to beat the record, but you can't skip steps.
He's not gonna beat that record because for him to beat it, he has to get a full world title before May. So we know he's not gonna beat it. Like, you got to
fight either Usyk or Dubois, which it ain't happening.
That shit ain't gonna happen. How long is fucking Daniel gonna stay a champion? That, to me, that's the $1 million question. Because I'm like, I think he could beat
an IBF.
Bro, he's acting like he knocked out Joseph Parker all of a sudden.
No, I mean, he did beat. Look, in fairness, he has a reason to be confident. Everybody picked him to lose that fight with Anthony. I picked him to lose that fight.
Right.
I get it. But it's like, yeah, you could beat Joseph. I haven't beating Joseph. Some people don't. I do. But after that, that's your ass, bro. The winner of Bakoli versus Ajagba is your mandatory. I don't know if you beat the winner of that fight.
No, let's not lie to ourselves. Let's not lie to ourselves. If it's a Ajagba, he'll murder him. But
y'all need to stop with this Ajagba hate, bro.
I'm
telling you.
No.
You need to stop with the Ajagba cap.
Trash. Yeah,
you not understand.
So lost your damn mind,
bro.
All the criticism. Listen, all the criticism they say about AJ, that's fucking effing. That he's robotic. He's a stiff. That's him.
I suspect some stupid shit that nobody wants is about to happen. He might be the one that beats Bakoli. I have a feeling.
You know who told me that? A Nigerian wealthy prince.
I don't take from me. Shout out to motherfucking Open the Gates. Opataya is getting the Benavidez overrated treatment. Zerto, a way better run at cruiser. You could say that.
What?
No. You could say that on. Wait. You could kind of say that. You could kind of say that because Zerto did beat two champions, but it's just you can't blame Opataya for that because Chris wasn't in a hurry to fight him. Chris Billum Smith was not in a hurry to fight him. Noel Michaelian was not in a hurry to fight him. So yeah, Zerto is having a better run because more people are willing to fight him.
But also is Arsene Goulamarian and fucking Chris Billum Smith better than Maurice Bradis?
No, we know.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I get it. Like he only fought really his big scalp is Maris Briedis twice, but bro, Maris Briedis gave the undisputed heavyweight champion probably the
No, more
closest
than
fight of
that.
his career.
You hit the nail on the head. If it were Maris Briedis versus the two champions that Zerto fought, yeah, I go Briedis, bro. Yes, he could beat fucking.
And then look at the
Gulamawi.
cruiserweights. Briedis is probably like the underrated fighter of this generation. Look at the cruiserweights he beat.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I
Yeah,
wonder if
Zerto
Zerto's gonna
fucking-
win. I wonder if Zerto's gonna beat the Cuban. That dude hit hard, bro. Don't let that dude hit you. Don't let him wind up. Yeah, bro. Que yo doctor, bro.
But
I recall
if
the
you
way
crowd
that-
him, he's kind of docile.
The way that this guy beat him, wasn't it staying close to him so they wouldn't get extension on the arm?
Gassiev,
That's
yeah.
that's
what he's gotta do.
Fight, doesn't he? Now he fights like that.
I mean, the way that Zerto's moving now is the opposite of what he used to do. It's the opposite. That where he used to play you close, he lays off now. He moves now. He's gonna have to go back. I think he has to go back to that for Uniel. Like, yeah, you gotta crowd him, bro. Don't let him. Don't give him
disagree to
room.
an extent.
Yeah, pressure fighting is like catnip
Zerto,
them.
he was getting in close to what's his name, to Billum Smith. It's just that he was cutting angles and finding like spots around him. Like he's still very close to him. He's not
was
that
a good
far.
fight. That was a really good fight.
And honestly, I think that's exactly how you beat Doherty Coast. That's why I saw oh my god, I just forgot his name. We just said him a second
Gassiev?
ago. Nah,
Gassiev?
not even Gassiev, the other guy to beat him in the other final.
Jai
just beat him.
Briedis.
Yeah, Briedis did the same thing. I remember somebody was like, yeah, like they both hit hard, but Briedis just has more skill up close, and that's exactly what happened.
He should. I mean, he should beat him because Dorticos is up there in age. I think he's close to 40, so he should beat him. It's just
he
don't.
a Cuban 42.
Yeah, but them Cubans get more dangerous. They get more dangerous. Look at Lara. He's still out here fucking bitches and knocking people out, bro. Like, the dude's dangerous.
Yeah,
bro.
but that's because Laura can't move no more. He's just like, damn, I actually gotta punch people now. I can't.
The more hair he loses, the harder he hits, bro.
The bigger the bald spot, the more power.
Yeah, yo, it's the anger, bro. If I'm gonna lose my hair, somebody has to pay, bro. Shout out to
I have a
Lara.
question for you, Joel. Before the Dubois AJ fight and the reach, I remember you used to say that Usyk was going to TKO Fury and that AJ was going to finish the job by knocking him out. Do you still have the same feelings towards that fight?
Wait, which fight? Which fight?
It would be a potential AJ versus Fury fight.
It's hard now because I think that's one fight that could inspire AJ, right? Like where that kid is at. Ese tipo está harto, man. He made money. He fucked some bitches. He's in Nigeria. Like, it's hard to want to fight. But if there's a fight that would make him get motivated, I do think it's Fury. I do think he has the power to knock him out. It's just he's so fucking wishy-washy, bro. It's like, yo, get it together, bro. Because you wasn't supposed to lose that Dubois fight. And look at that fucking shit. Fury at the same time is an enigma because if he were to fight AJ, I don't think it would be for the right reasons. I feel like he would only do it for the money, and that affects your performance, that you're kind of just going through the motions. Like when you go to a job and you just punch a clock and do the bare minimum, Fury might approach that fight that way because, bro, it's just for the bread. That dude don't give a fuck. He don't care about legacy and none of that shit.
And also, like, I kind of favor Joshua now, whereas before I favored Fury because, like, Fury relies a lot on his reflexes. And bro, this dude is looking older, man. Straight up.
Yeah.
To me, he's looking like, you're not a spring chicken anymore. Maybe that's why you can't get the weight down, bro.
That and he doesn't give a shit. Like, do you really think he gives a fuck about how people remember? Like, he doesn't care about that shit, bro. Them Saudis open up that bag and all that money. That would be the only reason he takes the fight. And that's kind of the wrong way to approach that fight. They're like, yeah, this one matters. This is for the number 2 heavyweight in the world. To me, it is like, yeah, whoever wins that fight is number 2 in the world of that previous era that's now closing. You got to want to win it. I think AJ still wants to do shit like that. Where Fury, I'm like, I don't really think he gives a fuck.
No, I don't think he does either. Like,
It's like,
I'll be the number 2. I'll be the number 2 heavyweight in the world, and the number 1's a guy I can't beat. Fuck it. I'll just take the money, and whatever happens, happens.
It's like for me, I feel that AJ lost a better losing fight against Usyk than Fury, in my eyes.
Yeah, but the way that the caveat is the way that Daniel beat him. He got fucked up in them
Yeah, he
5
did.
rounds, bro.
He got obliterated.
Those was 2 of the worst ass whoopings. Tim Tszyu versus Bakram and AJ versus Daniel. That you were never in that fight, bro. You
Don't forget
just
about
never.
Don't forget about the Zhang Wilder thing.
Was that this year? Zhang and Wilder? Was that this year?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, that was in March.
Last year.
Yeah, last year.
That's what I'm surprised they interested as knock it out of the year.
Tú sabes lo que con esa? I don't think it was bad. But because I expected it, because I think we all picked Zhang. I know I did. I picked Zhang. It didn't shock me the way like AJ getting his ass beat like that. I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? And then Tim Tszyu.
That was a worse ass whipping than the one Andy Ruiz put on him.
It was, bro. Because at least he knocked Andy down before he got knocked down. At least he knocked him down. Bro, you was never in that fight with Daniel.
Nah, he hurt Dubois.
He hurt before he got knocked out.
He didn't jump on him.
You mean right before he got fucking stopped?
No, but I think he's taken 2 big beatings. Well, the Klitschko fight was pretty physically difficult, but I think Fury overall throughout his career has taken more consistent damage. He's just been dropped more and hit with big shots.
Okay, but let's be fair in the Klitschko fight. The reason that Joshua survived that knockdown, it was because Klitschko didn't pull the trigger with him because he was trying to box with him, and he said himself after the fight.
Bro, he literally became Klitschko. He became that was literally the Dubois fight.
Yeah, and these other fights, we are talking about the Andy Ruiz and the Daniel Dubois fight. That's what happened when you hurt Joshua. You can go after him because he's not going to recuperate fast enough to withstand the damage.
Yeah.
But he had gotten hurt, though. White hurt him.
Yeah, but that was ages ago, bro. You're talking about 2016 now. 2015 when White hurt him, I think. His powers, like, look, AJ's a good kid, good boxer. Underrated, I think. They're too mean to him, I think. He's better than they give him credit for. But his powers of recovery really are shit. They really, like, once he's hurt, he stays hurt. Yeah. Not that far from getting knocked the fuck out. Once you hurt him, he gonna stay hurt. But with Fury and AJ, the reason I give him a shot, that's a fight that I think will inspire him, and I think he has more left than Fury. At this point, if Fury keep fighting, it's really just for the money. He don't give a shit. At this point, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep. I'm fucking tired. Fuck y'all.
Te bañas, Jules.
Fuck tight. I'm gonna leave y'all with Silky Smooth Javante. Shout out to Silky Smooth.
Please change this.
Shakur, stop calling me, man. You obsessed with me, Shakur. Stop calling me.
All right, fellas. Jules, have a good night and fuck you.